I updated it before.
Ooh. Oh, I skipped the starting soon thing, and we're just went right into the overlay. So we're here. Hi, everybody. This is
hey,
hi.
the
I was in the middle of
Wait,
social media.
is it
Man,
on YouTube?
YouTube.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
The
we're on
tubes
YouTube.
of the tube.
The tubes of the
my
Ube.
hair.
Oh God, Dan.
I'm sorry.
You gotta
Am I wrong?
Rub it in. Jeez.
Well, I mean, am I wrong though? Am I wrong?
No.
I'm not. See.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the Praetors Rejects YouTube channel. This is the third session of Serenity RPG playthrough that we are doing, and today's we're starting a new chapter. This is chapter 2, guys, and it's called Ghosts of a Rebellion. Yeah.
God damn it. I need about a 2-week break from you, sir.
So before we get into the recap, we are going to go through a couple of very short announcements. We have some sponsors we need to thank. First one is Total Party Kill Games. They have a lot of D&D products. They have dice and dice trays and all kinds of cool stuff. You can find them at totalpartykill.games. Go there. They're awesome. They also have other cool stuff like Fantasy Grounds modules for 5th edition D&D, as well as a few other things. Check them out. Next is the Druid's Den. They are an apothecary and magic shop. They've got all kinds of cool stuff, teas, herbal things. I don't know how much I can say on YouTube about what they carry. So druidsden.com, they've got a lot of cool stuff there too. Incense, candles, mortar. Oh my God, I can't talk. Mortar and pestle. Yeah, if you're looking for that kind of stuff, then go check them out and support Mama Praetor, because she has to put up with Duff. That's really all I have to say about that.
wants to put up.
Bless her heart.
Yep.
Bless her heart.
Yep. Anybody got anything else they want to throw out there?
Hi, everybody. My name is Dan. Today, I'm going to be playing Nate Lee. I'm so excited to be here. You can find me on all my social media as Trinity, or you can find me as Joy the Jaska. So I'm going to play Nate Lee, the ship's companion and medical professional.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Were we not doing that?
I guess we're doing this. Sure. Goat, you're next. Introductions. Sure, why not?
Hi, I'm Goat, aka Karen Kreinbrink. I play Augusta Wyatt on the ship. I am a mechanic, and I have a lot of coffee with me today because I need it.
I want coffee myself. Abby.
Hi, I'm Abby. I play Aurora's Song, the ship's muscle/medic, and happy to be here.
And I'm
Jay.
Hi, I'm Jay. I play Meredith Quinn, the captain of the ship. Captain is a very loose term. You can find me on all social medias at the Yellow Cubes, and if you want to see me play some video games, you can head over to the Twitch channel Survival Trio, where I play games with 2 of my best friends, and then we try to not kill each other in the meantime. We have thus far failed, and I have escaped 3 attempts, so here's hoping for a 4th.
Joseph.
Me?
Joseph.
Yeah. So, I'm Joseph. I play Chen Wei Xiu. He is a paralyzed, wheelchair-bound pilot who I will reveal his true love at this moment. Cigarettes. needs them all the time. Just, it's hard to live without them. And I understand that, well, in fact, that. Anyways, but you can follow me on social media at Forged in History, as well as forgedinhistory.com, where I sell 3D printed miniatures. And I'll update a lot more because we haven't really updated in a hot minute because of moving.
Oh.
And last but not least, Lim.
I'm Lim. I play Clay Kelly. I don't know what role he is on the ship. I guess at the moment you could say he's kind of a resident scoundrel, perhaps. But I'm a little sick today, so I won't be operating on all cylinders. But I'm here for some fun. So.
All right. Hi, I'm Josh. I am the dungeon master. That's me. We're gonna do. Oh my god! I don't know who's sliding their computer around. We're gonna be doing the recap next, and this time it is from the perspective of Aurora Song. For my players, I posted the audio clip in the Discord channel. You can listen to it now. Okay.
2518. To tell you the truth, I didn't expect we'd get this far. In all fairness, I didn't expect we'd escape perdition either. But somehow we did it. Alongside myself, a captain, pilot, mechanic, a genuine companion, and a rather dubious fellow who knows too much about corpses. That's us, the ragtag band what broke perdition's perfect record. We didn't escape unscathed, of course. Goram Catton nearly got herself killed, and we all left with a little less blood than we ought to have. We got Mercedes out, too. Took her back home to Hera, safe and sound. Now, with her pa gone, that leaves the family company to her. The Alliance tried to nail us, of course, but given everything that had happened, and with Mercedes' kind words, they had no choice but to let us off the hook. Rejovic will bear the blame if and when he shows his slimy face again. So here we are, out in the black with nothing but a crew and a ship. I shouldn't complain. Captain got us a hold full of cargo and a job. And now, we're headed to Whitefall. Never thought I'd say that again.
All right. So.
Again. Ooh.
Hi.
Aurora. Oh yeah. Round of applause for Abby.
Well done.
Thanks.
Very
Well done. Very well done.
So the crew, in debt to one Percival Chao, you guys have taken on a job of sorts. You are delivering some hunting dogs to Whitefall. You were, before taking this job, 4,000 credits in debt. That is quite a bit. After taking this job and having it paid for up front, you are now only 2,000 credits in debt and are running extremely low on funds with no current future prospects on additional work. You are about 10 hours from Whitefall. Your cargo, i.e. the hunting dogs, have required most of the crew's attention pretty much 24/7. You have 100 of them in the main cargo bay. And between feeding them, watering them, walking them around the ship, and scooping up their shit, jettisoning it out of the airlock. The 6 of you have, it's not been the best month, to say the least. Some of you, however, do get along quite fine with animals. You may be okay. But sometimes cargo going bad is unavoidable. Things just happen in the deep darkness of space, especially with animals. So I need anybody who has the skill animal handling to make a check.
Nope.
Right out of the gate. It's going to be, we'll say, alertness and animal handling. If you have the skill.
Can we still roll something if we don't have the skill?
Nope.
Because I really want to make friends. I want to be the guy who's just, because he's going to be like, puppies! And he's like, your name is Spot, your name is Fido, your name is Bob. Like,
I'll tell you what. You can roll willpower, because that's like this game's charisma.
Okay.
You can roll willpower, and we'll see how the dogs respond to you. We'll see how they like you.
I'm like super excited about this. I'm just like, oh my god, dogs. And it's like, and he's looking at the captain. It's like, I will walk. Like, he is excited about taking care of dogs. He's like running around the ship as he's walking them, you know, shirtless, you know, getting his cardio in and everything. So he's all about that life. Whether they like me or not, here we go.
So the dogs absolutely hate Jonathaniel. Every time you try to interact with them, they growl at you. It's like mob mentality with the dogs, right? Anytime one of them doesn't like you, they all don't like you.
But like, and I'll try everything in the book. I'll be like, I'll try to feed them. I'll offer them food, water. I'll sit down and like
bite at you anytime you reach for them.
Clay's gonna somehow make it to where he's always like not able to be available to walk the dog every time it's like Jonathaniel's like next up, so that Jonathaniel has to do it.
And Jonathaniel will do it excitedly. He's just like, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it.
Aurora, how's that animal handling?
Not bad.
Pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's your alertness. Your alertness die not so great, but your animal handling die. For a total of 9, that's pretty good. So occasionally, throughout the trip, you notice one of the dogs, maybe two, depending on the time, will start acting weird. Kind of like they're sick. There's something wrong with them. They're just acting funny. And normally I would ask for like kind of like medicine checks from the ship's doctor, but seeing as you are one of the ship's doctors, you could make these rolls as well, just to try to determine like what's going on with the dogs. But the most recent one, you notice 2 of the dogs are kind of acting funny when you guys get to about 10 hours from Whitefall. You can make the check, or you can ask Jonathaniel to make the check. Who?
Is that just going to be like straight med expertise, or?
That would be, yeah, because I don't think any of you have veterinary medicine.
Mm-mm.
Probably didn't know that's a thing you could take.
No, I know. I purposely choose not it. Did not choose it.
Yeah, it's intelligence and just medical expertise.
Does Aurora ask for my help? Knowing
yeah.
that the dogs do not like me. Just knowing that the dogs do not like me.
Maybe I
gonna
was
say,
just
I don't know
like
if that's gonna be
worriedly looking at them, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, is there something wrong? Let me help."
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, oh, like, is he sick? I try to go comfort one of the dogs, and they're just like barking, like, I'm like, ah.
Yeah, so you can make the roll if you'd like.
Who's making the roll?
Just letting you know, Abby, I'm gonna do it with probably a negative 2-step bonus. I think it'd be better if you make the roll.
Oh yeah, touche.
How about this?
I was already looking at them. Anyway.
I will assist you. How about that? I will do my best to assist you from a distance, so that as the dogs do not bite me.
You can assist with a negative 2-step penalty.
I will.
Thank you. Very help.
So is it intelligence and medical expertise for me?
Yep.
Okay,
and then for
negative-
every difficult, so you will roll first, and for every
Okay.
difficulty rating you surpass, Aurora will get a +1 step bonus.
Oh,
Okay,
gotcha.
so
That's how I
I'm
do
gonna.
these.
Okay, so my intelligence is a D8, so -2 would be
A
a
D4.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that in here, and then I'm gonna do medical expertise, which is a D6. So here we go. That's a gentleman's 4.
That's still an easy check, which means
Hey!
you surpassed one of the difficulty ratings, which means Aurora gets a +1 step bonus to her roll.
Hey!
Awesome.
There you go.
Well, thank you.
Got you.
All right, so that's 2d8s.
Nice.
Oh. Okay.
You have no fucking idea what's wrong with these dogs.
I was all right.
No idea what's going on. Yeah, no clue. You know
What do you think? What do you think, Aurora? What do you think is wrong?
Oh man, well, it's a really good question. What do you think, Jonathan?
Well, my area of expertise is not in canines. It's actually in humans. So I actually don't have any more insight into this.
Yeah. Wish I had a different answer than that.
That's
I don't know.
unfortunate.
Let's just make sure they're staying hydrated and keep a special eye on these ones.
Oh, I'll get water. Yes. Perfect. Because he's such a good little. Ah. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll just go get water.
Thank you, Mr. Nate.
you can take a point of stun damage as you are bit by one of the dogs.
Wait, no! I pulled my hand back.
It nipped you.
No.
One stun. Anybody
Can I
who
reset my wound
anybody
damage?
yeah, I'm about to get that. Anybody who took stun damage or shock damage during the last encounter, during your escape, your shock and your stun is reset to 0. Now, on to wound damage. Wound heals so much slower. It is not an overnight sleep and, ooh, I'm healed. No. You get back 1 hit point for every 2 days of rest. So, you have gone about 30 days. We'll say 29 and a half.
So 14?
So you get 14 wound points back if any of you have that much wound damage.
How are you still alive?
Well, some people have higher vitality scores than you do, and or have taken certain assets that give them more hit points.
There.
But if you have taken up to 14 wound, that heals over the course of the month. If you do nothing else but rest. So if you're doing nothing but resting, you heal those points. But given that you had to take the job, you were taking care of the animals, we'll say that it is 1 for every 3 days. So you've gotten back 10.
I think Chen Wei's avoided all that. He's like, oh, I'm in a wheelchair. I can't go down the stairs, and
Well,
I need to pilot the ship. And
Chinwei's situation is a little unique because if you don't want to climb down the stairs yourself, you have to get somebody to carry you. You don't have any kind of mechanisms to get the chair up or down the stairs yet. So your living quarters may be on like the top deck.
Can we spend that time during the month to maybe improve our like make the ship more our own, I guess?
I mean, you could redesign some things, like decoration, but you guys really don't have the funds to put into reconfiguring the ship at the moment.
We are currently 2,000 in debt.
Yeah.
So we might want to cool it with the trying to buy things for the moment.
Who's buying?
Josh, you wanted to say something?
Nope.
No.
Joseph.
Sorry, Chen Wei. Yeah, Joseph. Sorry, my bad.
what?
Oh, it looked
Raise
like
your
you
hand
had
up.
something. Yeah, it looked
Oh,
like you wanted
yeah.
to say something.
I guess throughout this time, if I ever get a chance to, like, if Karen's ever doing repairs or anything, I don't mind helping her out if I'm able to get to that point and get there or anything. But
She
yeah.
will C3PO you to her back if necessary.
She's probably dragged me to dog duty as well, just
Yeah.
C3PO to
But the thing to note is that Auggie is not happy working with Chenwei.
Oh, snap.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Cool.
Yeah. So if you've been helping out with the dogs pretty much at all, you only get back 10 hit points instead of
me. Every time Lim or Chenwei is like, "Oh, I can't do it," like
Well,
Nate is there. Nate's like, "I'll do it."
Clay didn't have any wound damage, so
Oh, then you're fine, yeah.
yeah. So like he actually probably would have been picking up slack whether he liked it or not, because other people are hurt and he's not hurt at all. So despite smashing someone's face into the ground, yeah, he's feeling okay.
Okay.
So frankly, I think he probably would have helped set up somewhere for Chenwei to sleep upstairs, just like carrying stuff up and everything. Because again, he's not hurt, and
Right.
he's not like a selfish asshole who's gonna be like, hey, y'all hurt people, you sit there and work. I'm just gonna drink a tiki or something. Like he's not gonna do that. So he probably would actually like do whatever needs to get done. Even if that's like running up and down stairs to fetch things for Chenwei or for Auggie or whatever it is.
Okay.
Is anyone still hurt after like Is anyone still okay? So can I make a standing? So Nate would check in periodically with both Meredith and Chenwei. Chenwei to kind of just like help with any kind of like addiction or any like residual pain from the paralysis, but then Meredith to check on her bullet wound and kind of like help patch her up. Is there any kind of check I can do throughout the month to help her regain an extra wound damage? Heal an extra wound damage?
Yeah. So it's just I would say that's like a general medicine check. Yeah.
Okay. So intelligence. I have general practice.
General practice.
So,
Yeah. That's
okay.
what. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey.
Yeah, you are able to speed along their recovery a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say, who are you doing that on?
I'm doing that on Meredith. So like I'm having her on the operating table, right? I'm like changing out her bandages, for example. And as I'm doing that, I'm expecting the bullet wound. I'm like, it's coming along nicely. You know, it's like healing up nicely. You should be in tip-top shape in no time. Meanwhile, I have a balm that I can I'm going to go ahead and administer. It'll help soothe and relax and yeah, don't worry about it. And so like I pull out like some kind of like ointment. You're not it like smells weird. It's the green oil.
The green stuff.
Yeah, the green oil. It heals everything. And I was just like, so.
Yeah, so you are, I will say that with extra treatment, you are able to recover up to 14.
Yeah, now I'm healthy again.
Woo!
And I smell weird.
Yeah.
Healthy and smell funny.
Yeah. It's the green oil. It's like the miracle cure for everything.
Clay doesn't notice a difference.
True. It's true.
It's true.
We were in a prison.
Yeah.
We're a little stinky.
He didn't notice.
So I will say that in those 10 hours, because you guys failed the checks, the animal handling and the animal handling check you made, but the medicine checks for the dogs, I should say, before you guys make landfall, 2 of them die. So you'll be delivering 98 of 100.
Did you say that this ship had access, or there was a med bay?
There is a med bay. Yep. Did
they do the examinations of the dog in the med bay?
I don't know where they did that. Where'd you guys do the examinations there?
I think we would have done it in the med bay.
Okay. So that would actually give you a bonus to the roll.
Oh.
I just thought I'd mention that because I don't know if you guys know how med bays work.
I do not. Thank you for please elaborate.
I think it's a +4, right?
I'm looking at it. How stocked is this? Is it operating theater?
It not quite.
If it counts, I think it's a. Chamber, doctor's bag, emergency medical supplies, operating theater.
This would be the kind of med bay where like really, really serious wounds maybe not be able to be taken care of here.
So
like,
a med computer.
Yeah.
That's going to give you a +2. Emergency supplies are a +2. This is page 87 for the medical staff who wants to look at these.
So both of those things are in here. Like there's enough supplies in here for the people who are working in this to. The problem is these are dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the emergency supplies apply, but most of the stuff in here is designed for people. So
we would not get the bonus?
I would say it would be a +2.
Okay, so would I redo my roll without any penalty since I got the -2 for the dogs not liking me and a +2 for doing it in the opera? Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and re-roll that. Intelligence and medical expertise. Please roll high. 8.
That is still not high enough.
Oh no. Besides,
wait,
I mean,
wait.
The difference too is like this is a diagnostic roll, right?
Right. You're trying to figure out what's wrong with them, and if you can't figure out what's wrong with them, then they just die.
Wait. This is for me helping Aurora.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
because remember I was providing her help.
Correct.
So
So
my 8.
you would not get the bonus. Aurora would get the bonus.
Right. That's all I'm trying to do.
So
yes, give Aurora the bonus.
your 4 would stand. Aurora gets to make the roll with a total of +3.
Oh, okay.
Plus 3 step.
Yes, +3 step.
Okay. There's. Wait, so that's a D8, and then.
It would be +2 on
D-
top
a
of what you already.
D10?
It'd be because you had a +1 when you did your last roll, so that was 2d8s.
Mhm.
So if you do +2 step on top of that, it'd be a d12 and a d8.
12.
Or can you do 2 d10s, right?
Could do it that way if you wanted.
Oh, come on.
Nah.
Well, it was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Okay.
That's the
Dead
truth.
dogs
They
it
were meant
is.
to
Yeah.
die.
Yeah. So before you guys land,
Never thought you'd be saying that sentence. All right, dead dog.
before you guys land, at some point, 2 of the dogs, the ones that were sick, acting strange, whatever it was they were doing, they pass away.
Hey guys, just wanted to let you guys know the memorial for Amber and Spot is going to be here. It's going to just be in an hour, just downstairs. So hope to see you guys there. Oh, Chenwei, let me know if you need a ride. I will push you down there. And he will go and like set up. And he went around the entire ship to let everyone know that specifically. Like, hey guys, just so you know, there's a.
Clay, when he comes in to ask him, what do you mean memorial? Did they die?
Unfortunately, yes. They seem to have come down with something, and we're not able to make it.
Abby.
Mhm.
With the role you got, you are convinced that this is something called Huddler's malady.
Puddlers?
Yeah. It's exactly what it sounds like. When a bunch of animals huddle together too close, they get sick. It's a very highly contagious and deadly virus.
Okay.
It doesn't spread to people, but yeah. You are
What did they, he keeps asking, what do they have? There's not 2 that were acting a little bit funny, huh?
Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, we were unable to diagnose what it is. I try to get them water. But
Oh, they hate you. You probably just stressed them out even more.
And then like that, he just like glazes over, and like, anyways, he goes as if like that.
Well, if you wanted, I could take a look at the bodies and just see if there's anything there to see.
Sure, go ahead.
But remember, just there's a memorial for them over in the.
What do you want them to look like your dead Aunt Betty or something when they're having their memorial done? You can put them in a little dress, a little bow.
Hey, just
if you have
mess up.
one, if you have them, that'd be great, actually.
I look like someone who has a dress and a bow.
And then like he actually looks you up and down. He's just like, yes. And he starts walking away.
Clay says nothing about this. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna get much, but he would like to do like a really janky autopsy.
Yeah, just try not to mess up the bodies too much.
What do you think I am? Some kind
That's
of
a good
butcher.
question.
He's not a medical examiner, but he's hopeful. He's hopeful. Maybe there's something he can see. So if I could do a medical expertise that we have or scientific expertise, our custom mortuary sciences role.
Ah, yes, mortuary science. Yeah. Intelligence and mortuary science.
Wow. I was not expecting much.
Hey, nice.
Very nice.
I'm expecting it to be a little bit of a harder check though, because this isn't 100% his field. So it may not be anything. I'm not
It's
expecting a lot.
dead. You look at it. What's wrong with it?
It'd be something obvious, like he'd be able to see the difference between like a broken bone or something, or like
Right.
liver necrosis. That'd be obvious, but
I'll be honest. I imagine Clay as this like all-knowing being of all dead things, but only if they're a
So-
little mutilated.
These
Yeah.
dogs were not mutilated. So during your time with these corpseified animals, there's nothing really physical that pops out at you. So you look at the blood, you do a little bit of blood work. You find that what they have died from, while it is contagious, it's something that takes a few weeks to like actually take effect in the dogs, and it's something that they should have been inoculated against by the breeder.
okay.
Is it reversible once it's been transmitted?
You would know that if they had caught it in time and they isolated the animals from the rest of them and treated them, kept them hydrated, give them enough food, all that kind of stuff, made sure that they ate, then they probably would have survived.
Okay.
All right, so Clay is really flying by the seat of his pants here. All he can say is when he was in training, he had to do, some really basic, what's the word? Oh my gosh, getting the word for when you study diseases.
Pathology?
Pathology, that'll work. You had to do some very basic pathology because it's important when you're working with dead bodies to avoid bloodborne diseases. Actually a big deal, like hepatitis and stuff. So you do have to take courses in especially bloodborne pathogens. So I'm going to say that he didn't pay a ton of attention, but he's looked in a microscope before, and he definitely communicates to Nate and Aurora what he sees, and that it looks like he doesn't really 100% know what it is, but it looks like they were sick, and that as far as he knows, any reputable dog breeder would have dogs inoculated against common illnesses like this to affect like livestock, especially like important dogs. And he'll, after looking at it, just kind of go back to them.
And I've kind of just been like standing awkwardly in the room the whole time, just kind of staring at what you're doing.
So, all I can think is, all I can wonder is if just these two dogs weren't inoculated, or if it's the entire stock. If it's the entire stock, then they could all be infected. But if it was just a few, then we really don't have much to worry about.
Yeah, but what are the odds they would have left these two out for some reason?
I didn't know the breeder personally. Maybe the captain has better feel on the responsibility of the breeder.
True. Yeah, we ought to bring it up with the captain.
Captain has been in her room, healing for the most part, aside from talking to clients and dealing with the dogs. Not talked to anyone since being shot.
He'll buzz the captain. Captain, I have a question for you. Should we come up and have tea in your room, or are you willing to come outside?
Make sure Nate doesn't touch it.
So just so you guys know, there's two rooms on the upper deck for like guests or crew. And then on the middle deck there's 6 crew quarters. So you have a couple extra rooms, like if you want to take on an extra hire or take on a few passengers, stuff like that. You could do that.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to let you know, like, you didn't have to be on the top floor.
No, I mean it's gonna be on the general crew quarters, just because I assume that's where the med bay is, and it'd be easier to just
Med bay's on the
walk
upper
down.
deck.
On the upper deck.
Yeah.
So then probably the upper deck then.
Okay.
I'll be on the upper deck as well, just so that because it's closest to the med.
Which is the
Chenway
deck
need
with
it?
isn't Chenway need it because that's where the cockpit is?
So
There's two rooms on the upper deck. So they both could be there. But it's up to them.
I mean, unless Chenwei is sleeping in the cockpit itself, Clay would have helped him set up a room up on that deck. Are you sleeping in the cockpit, Chenwei, or are you sleeping in a room?
I think he would prefer to sleep in the cockpit. He probably asked you to help him like set something up if you had offered earlier on, but definitely would prefer to sleep in the cockpit.
Okay.
Neat.
Then he's
It's
in the
like a
cockpit.
slumber party. It's like a slumber party. Every time he goes into the cockpit, he's like, it's like a slumber party. like tents, laundry, things around the room.
Well, Clay will be in the main crew quarters then.
So we're going upstairs to the captain's room right now?
I think so.
All right.
Is Nate gonna actually bring tea?
Yeah. Yes, I will 100% bring tea. But he'll ask. He'll say like, "I have the perfect tea for this,"
Okay.
and then like go into his room.
Don't tell her you made it. Tell her I made it.
He like goes up and he's like, "I got it! I got it! I'll see you there! I'll see you at the captain's corner."
It is a phallic-shaped ship.
It is.
And there's a little
Just the
bit.
way I like it.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm a bit much.
Oh, you're not.
No.
And everyone in favor of calling it the phallic meteor?
Oh.
You're
Yes!
you're only getting the inside picture of what the ship is. It's not that shape.
I don't know.
Have a
that.
name?
Don't worry. Once we have some money to burn,
The phallic shape has wings.
Oh wow!
Fancy ship.
Clay will knock on the door. Captain,
Opens it.
how are you feeling?
Not dying anymore. That's good.
Boss?
Ginny,
Right, well, Knight will be along in a second with some tea. I know you asked otherwise, but he is the expert. We had a few things to run by about the dead dogs.
all right.
He just looks at Aurora as if like obviously Aurora's the one to talk about this.
They're dead. Whoever gave us these dogs screwed us. Because they weren't inoculated.
We got 98 dogs now.
That's less than they want, though, right?
Yep. Do I know the buyer well enough to know that they'd be pissed? Like, could I have made that out while I was talking to them?
You don't know the buyer. You know Percival Chao, who's the one that hired you for the job. You're delivering the dogs to someone by the name of Eagle-Eye Sarafina.
Right. Do I?
Definitely
Percival
not
looks
a real
shady.
name.
That's a what?
Definitely not a real name. It's a car.
I assume Percival's a little shady.
Percival,
Or does he seem like a responsible guy who would not get his dogs killed?
tell you what. You having just met Percival, you only know of him by his not so legal exchange of hunting dogs on the black market. That's all
Okay.
you know about him so far, right?
Okay.
So given
Yeah.
that he is transporting hunting dogs via the black market, you could probably say he may not always be on the up and up.
This is fair. This is fair.
Well, Clayton basically asked that. What's
Yeah.
with this guy?
Well, he is not exactly a honorable citizen. He's a very bad guy. I just didn't like his face in general, but we needed the money, so
They're
Yeah, he
saying he's
may-
the type of guy who might skip out on actually inoculating his dogs.
he looks like the kind of guy that would skip out inoculating his children. So yeah,
So something you would know about him because of the kind of person, because of the kind of people that do this, is that he is not the buyer or the seller. He's the fixer. He's the middleman.
the fence.
Yeah. So it's not
Okay.
really up to him. But whoever's
Okay.
selling the dogs, clearly, from what Clay is telling you, they didn't inoculate these animals. And it has
Right,
cost
okay.
you 2 of them.
Okay, we are not too far from.
I would say after all of these medical shindigs with the dogs, you're probably like 5 hours out at this point.
Okay.
So you still have some time to do things on the ship if you guys want.
Okay. Well, I will make sure to make a note of that. For my notes, what did they die of?
Huddler's malady.
Got it. I will
Too
put
much
that.
huddling.
Maybe they should do some cuddling.
That's the problem.
Oh wait,
Cuddler's
problem.
malady.
that's got a different name and it starts with a C. Chlamydia.
You guys hear a knock on the. I have the tea.
I'll do the thing where people like, and then open the door.
Oh, Captain. Great to see that you're on your feet. I have brought for us some lemon ginger tea. It's supposed to help with instant flare. And he like starts like walking in with the tea, and he already has like a tray and like 4 teacups. The tea has already been poured for everybody. He's like carefully like.
All right, thanks.
All
That's all I had to say about that. You two enjoy your tea. And he walks out.
And like he's just like wait. He's like oh okay. Well. It's like more tea for me then. Or wait, do you want some, Captain?
Take a cup. I'll take another cup.
Yeah.
I gotta go. And I walk out of my own room.
And then, like, as you guys leave the room, he looks back at Aurora. He's just like, "How'd they bring him back? It's part of a set." Deep.
I take it and I just like down it like a shot.
Yeah.
Is it hot?
It sears your throat, but you don't care.
And I'm just like, okay.
I just set my jaw and I'm like, delicious.
And then, like, can I do some kind of like check to see if that really like burned Aurora's throat?
So Aurora.
Do I notice it like?
Aurora, I want you to roll. What are you gonna roll here? We'll say
Intelligence? Why?
resistance.
Resistance?
Yeah, sure.
Okie doke.
It burned a little.
Okay.
What kind of check do I need to notice that, or do I notice that?
I
If
will
I
say
do notice it,
I will say as she drinks it, it burns a bit. She squints a little, bares her teeth, and then she's good to go.
okay. Okay, so yeah, with that, he's just like, he's meant to be sick. But that's okay. That's okay. Like, for next time, and then like he will go ahead and take the cup back, and then he will take it to his room, and then yeah.
His key alone.
But he's just like, ooh.
Walked out on him.
He's just like, ooh, and then like, yeah, he's sitting in the captain's corner, and he's like, and just like enjoy the tea.
God. Oh my God. All right. Well, do any of the rest of you have anything you would like to do?
Do any of you guys come to the memorial service for Amber?
No. Absolutely
Chenwei
not.
didn't.
Yes. Chenwei, I know that you said, I got it. Yeah, you said no, right? So yeah, I mean, so he will. That's what he's doing.
On this trip, did we make any other stops, such as like things to buy ammunition or anything?
If you guys look in the party sheet, the inventory tab on the party sheet, you do have some things.
Oh, yay. A doctor's bag.
You do have some things. There are a number of items in there, some equipment that you were able to pick up. This is before you went into debt.
Yeah.
Doing a few odd jobs here and there, you were able to get a couple of items. Some weapons, a few grenades, because everybody needs grenades.
Of course. So this is all just like stuff on the ship now, right?
Yep, those are things on the ship. The ship does have actually there's no set armory for the ship, so like if you want to keep some of these things in your rooms, that's fine. You can add them to your inventories, you know.
Can we agree to keep the doctor's bag in the med bay so that like
med bay.
So that if Aurora or if Clay or if I myself like need it for anything, we can just, you know, like we know where it is.
That's fine. I already have a pistol and a submachine gun, so he's not going to take anything from the group stash there.
You only have the one magazine in the submachine gun.
That's fine. He's going to keep it.
I will say the submachine gun uses pistol ammo, so it's the same. You could just take the magazines from that.
I was gonna
Is
say,
there like? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I never got my pistol and magazine, from the game last time, so I'm just gonna take it from there.
Yeah, it was included in that anyway.
Okay.
Yep.
Was there like I don't see ammunition listed on the party sheet, but
Those are the magazines
oh, maybe I missed it.
under the
Oh,
handcuffs.
I see it. Okay, then I'll take. Should I subtract from there?
If you can drag it to your sheet and it'll just take one off.
Ah, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna take like a couple of those.
Got to go right into your inventory though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Work? Did it work?
You have to go from the party sheet into your inventory tab.
That's what I'm doing.
Then it's not working.
Yeah, it's not. Good try.
Not mine either.
yeah. What are you guys like clicking on to click and drag?
So,
Dragging
Little
the star.
The star. Drag the
Like
star.
it's highlighting.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, you got to drag. You took all of the pistols.
ah!
Oh.
All right. Okay,
Sorry.
undo that.
Nate, I see you grab some handcuffs.
It was for a client.
So it doesn't seem like it'll add a new line, but if you create the line for it, it'll like add to it.
No, you should be able to just
No.
click and drag the star.
Bad Dan.
Do you
No.
just adjust the
Well,
number
it-
manually?
I didn't
Oh, no, I
request
see.
it. The client did. Okay, so. It's that
Wait, did
way.
it just pop in, or did you do that, Josh?
I did that.
And I don't
Okay.
judge, so I just kind of.
So you clicked it from the star.
Yeah, do the star.
Okay, that works.
Woo! Inventory management.
It'll still like highlight if you
Woohoo.
click it. It still highlights like you're dropping it, but it doesn't. Okay.
Auggie
Yep.
totally took the mechanic kit,
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
surprising no one.
No one is surprised.
Toolkit basic. Chenwei, if Auggie has the mechanics kit, did you want the toolkit?
Listen, man.
Like,
All right. This is
Okay. He's just like,
You
no. He's like, not gonna,
The
leave that to
toolkit-
there.
The toolkit is the mechanics kit.
There was two
Well,
technical
There's tool set mechanic, and then there's the
Toolkit
What am I
basic.
looking at?
basic.
toolkit
Yeah.
basic.
Oh, I don't see those. Did you already take them out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took the tool set mechanic.
That's
And
fine.
then Chenwei took the toolkit basic.
Okay. Yeah, they are a little different.
Hey, quick question. Do we have 20 pistols?
20 pistols? No.
it
Wow.
says we have 20
It
pistols.
said there was 19 in there. It's true. It did say that.
Aurora,
Where did we get
Pistols, baby.
Abby, don't. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm
there we
only
go.
making 10 of them.
It was supposed to be 2. It was supposed to be 2,
That
and
makes
if
more sense.
Meredith took 1, then there
Then
was
it's
only
just
1. And if somebody else took 1, there's 0.
No, I already had one.
Augie's already got her assault rifle and her stun baton, so
I love how in the chat it says Clay took for the party gave to the party 19 pistols. It's like a pistol for you, a pistol for you.
I thought it was more of just like a
they were
make it
actually,
rain situation.
cutting
They
torch.
were stored up the dog's rear end, and we just found him in there when he was. The dogs are actually for transporting weapons. Too.
Karen, what were you saying about the cutting torch?
Yeah, no, Chenwei took the cutting torch. I didn't even see that was a thing. Like,
You can have it.
I'm not. The rest of that can stay in like
Yeah.
a armory.
yeah,
I just
like
wanted
Augie's
some-
gonna need that. She's actually doing some pretty big things.
It's back in that thing.
Augie's like, no, it's mine.
Chenwei, you put the toolkit basic back. I think that's for you because Auggie
Oh,
already has the
that's what I
toolkit.
did?
Yeah,
I
because
did.
Auggie
God.
already has the toolkit mechanic. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I have this funny image in my head of Auggie turning Chenwei in his chair and sticking like something in his wheel so he can't get to the torch. Picking it up and
She
going.
might. I mean, like, that's the thing. Like, she's like, no, I actually need to do this. This is part of my job.
Oh,
Okay.
real
So
quick,
many things with this.
real quick. When because I actually want to see about this. When Nate goes to invite Auggie to the memorial service, can you please describe what Augie's either room is? First of all, where is Auggie in the part of the ship when he goes to try to find her?
She hasn't taken a room.
Okay.
She
Oh.
has jerry rigged a hammock, and she's just working on the ship as needed. But she's been kind of off to the side for most of the month.
Okay. So when he goes into the, I'm assuming the engine room is where she set the hammock. What does he see? How else has she decorated the engine room? I'm curious.
It's sparse. There's nothing. She's got her hammock up, and she probably has a couple tools set on a ledge somewhere in a very specific order, and that's about it.
Okay, so a very specific order. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so
there might be a note that says "Do not touch."
Okay,
Never.
got it. Yeah. And that's when he would have invited her. It's just like, oh, by the way, Auggie, there's just a memorial service for Amber and Spot, down. So in about an hour. Hope to see you there.
Sure.
But yeah, I was really curious to see that about Augie's.
No, Augie's response is just a very plain, sure, but she doesn't show up.
Yeah.
At some point in the trip, Clay would have approached Aurora, and I'm going to make a few assumptions, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that she knows a thing or two about guns. He would ask her for shooting lessons.
Shooting lessons.
He, I won't do this in character because it's probably been weeks ago. But he probably would have just told her that, he was pretty impressed and felt like if this was going to be a long-term association with this crew, that he wanted to know a little bit more about that, and asked if there's anything he is doing wrong or right, and he'd take out the pistol and just show her what he's doing and let her critique it.
Yeah, Aurora at first would be like a little suspicious, but then be like, yeah, totally, and just give you as much or as little instruction as you want. Yeah, so we've been doing that for the last couple weeks, probably.
Yeah, I would say he probably would, come to trust her a little bit more in that time.
All right, yeah.
And that's how I'm going to explain my my level up thing, my ranks, my specialty in pistols. I took because he didn't actually do anything with pistols in that time, so I felt like he would probably ask somebody who looked really confident at it.
Yeah, that works.
I will take a cup of tea to Kenway. Push open. I assume he has some sort of curtain.
Some ramshackle curtain. It's parts of it are ripped, so.
I will look through one of the cracks and then just push it open. Hi.
I'm probably just on the ground near my wheelchair, just kind of leaned up against the wall.
Bend down and give you a cup of tea. You all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
Because you're you. You always give me the heebie-jeebies.
That's fair. Yeah. Any reason you're asking me this?
Didn't come to see me after a while. Worried we were not friendly anymore.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, No, I'm ready. He's kind of like definitely at a loss of what to say. Definitely not making eye contact. Just yep. I don't know. I just don't think I can. I don't know if I can do all of this, I guess. It's not the first time I've been with a crew. And just about every other crew I've been a part of. And whether it was on a transport or even on the ground, most of them are gone. And like maybe I have some sort of a, I don't know. I was always told that I was blessed by luck. Got on a pretty good ship at the beginning of the war. Had a decent job. But everyone keeps dying around me. And sometimes I just kind of want to turn off and stop thinking about all that. And you based almost died. And I don't know. I just don't trust people.
Bill? On.
Repeat that one more time.
I just said go on.
I appreciate you picking me up and everything. If I'm to be honest, I think the thought of losing more people makes me want to just kind of run and hide and not really deal with any of that. Sometimes it's just in my head, it's easy to just sit with my own demons and distance myself. And, you know, with that and some cigarettes, it makes a pretty good numbing agent. And, you know, I wish I wasn't that self-aware of all those things, but my sister is a doctor, and when I went home after I got picked up off that godforsaken planet, she had made sure that all sorts of things were looked into, and therapy is the worst. Anyway, yeah. I have said too much, and
Look,
I guess I
can find you a good cave, find you a good supply of cigarettes, and leave you there. Taking your wheelchair, though.
No, if that's the case, I think I'd rather stay on the ship.
Well,
but I do apologize. You know, in my early 30s, and I really should give you a little bit more attention and time. You know, that's a proper thing as a human being, especially since you picked me up, and I might drive you crazy, but you're the one thing that has kind of kept me from going absolutely insane. So, you know, stop me from blowing a hole in the ship.
Well, didn't stop you the first time, but
it's true.
Feelings are mutual, and can't say I would have gotten through any of it if I hadn't found you. So
yes.
Enjoy the tea. Maybe you won't, but no hard feelings. We're both healing.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Captain.
And I will walk away, and I don't want this tea anymore, so I'm gonna go give it to Aurora. I mean, I'll go give it to Auggie. I'll go down and give it to Auggie. I was like, I wasn't gonna drink this to begin with, so.
It's cold now. It's like completely cold. It's
Yeah,
like
after
that's
that
when it's hot.
Augie's gonna take a look at the captain and just kind of like take the cup mostly out of just, I don't know, some sort of politeness and be like, thanks. And then just like set it on a shelf.
That teacup is not mine. He will be very upset if you do not return it. I am sorry to have burdened you with this, but I just don't want him coming into my room anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Chinwei's gonna, he's gonna sip it over time, even though it's cold, and then he's just gonna kind of stick it like with a pile of little knickknacks and stuff that he has kind of in a bag, and he's gonna put the cup in there, be like, maybe I'll use that later, and then,
I don't think you're getting your cups back, man.
I feel like throughout this entire journey, he's going to go through multiple sets of tea. He's just like, I keep losing my sets of my tea sets. Why is this happening?
Am I to understand that no one except for Jonathaniel is going to the dog's memorial service?
Yes.
I will actually show up with 2 body bags.
Hold on. Are you like over the shoulder, like potato sacking it, or are you just dragging them down always?
Well, I guess the question is like, how much time has passed here? Like, how long between when he did an examination on the dogs to talking to Meredith to having you said it was a few hours?
You would have had, by the time the autopsies were done, you would have had 5 hours before making landfall. And we have some stuff to take care of when it's that time. But for now, I'll say, I don't know, there's another 4 hours or so before you get to Whitefall.
Well, it would have taken him a little while to sew back up. Which dog was it? Was it Spot or...
Oh, Amber, 100%.
Or it was Amber? Okay.
Yeah.
It'll take him just, a little while to put Amber back together again. So if he's planning to do the service, here I am calling it that, the memorial, yes, the funeral service, the memorial, they are different technically, for Amber and Spot. And if he's still down there, he'll stay. He's not gonna
just because for hilarious, as soon as either Aurora or Clay come in, he's just like, welcome to memorial service, and just go ahead like start, and everything is just like, Amber was such a good dog. Always so playful.
So who all is there? You have Clay,
it's
Jonathaniel, and Aurora?
And Aurora, yeah.
Where is this taking place again?
This would
Definitely
be
Probably near the airlock.
Is it going to be in the galley or the cargo bay? So the galley is on the middle deck, the cargo bay is on the bottom.
Well, if they're all in the cargo bay, that'd be really loud. So maybe the galley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there'd be like 100 dogs barking.
Almost 100 dogs.
Well, thank you for that clarification. We know.
Very nearly 100 dogs. Okay, so in the galley then, you guys are holding this funeral service, this memorial service for Amber and Spot. I will say, after having sewn Amber back up, 3 hours to Whitefall, I need Meredith, Chinwei, and Auggie to remove your headphones, please.
What is going
I can get a snack.
My dog is
Wait.
barking and adding ambiance.
I
Wait.
heard. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Why wait? Okay, so the 3 of you are in the galley. You're going...
Muted?
Huh? I'm not muted.
Josh, you're muted.
No, you're muted.
Blah, blah, blah.
I think she muted you.
I'm not muted.
Now
What?
you muted Dan. Now you
Yeah, I know.
check.
I know. I was like, Karen, what are you doing?
I'm just turning off the volume entirely. That'll be easier.
What?
You still have Mech muted.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You need to unmute Mech.
Well, here's
How
the
the
thing.
heck did you mute me?
Well, anyone can mute the other person. They can't unmute them. So the person who got muted has to unmute themselves.
It's just in
Yeah.
Skype, so the everyone is hearing me on stream. Okay,
Yeah.
so the three of you are in the galley, and Jonathaniel is doing his best to perform this memorial service for these dogs. I need
Under a judgmental eye.
Jonathaniel and Clay, since you're both there, to roll alertness and perception. And before you actually roll these, you both get a +4 step bonus to your alertness attribute on these rolls.
Okay, so D8, D10, D12, D12 plus D2,
Two, and then a
D12
plus a D4.
D4. D12 plus a D4.
So the two of you get a +4 step bonus on your alertness attribute.
Now, does my perception deduction or empathy, can either of those come into play with this? Or am I just rolling perception?
Just perception. It's just alertness and perception.
Okay.
Is it D12, D4? Because we both have D8s in.
Yeah,
alertness.
a D12,
Okay.
a D4, and then whatever your perception die is, if you have the skill.
Okay. There we go. Yes!
Nice. That's a good roll.
Okay. So, both of you surpassed the check for this. And because Aurora is in the room with you, she sees both of you. Your eyes, as this service is going on, your eyes start rolling into the back of your head. Both of you. Actually, for this part, I need Aurora. I need you to take your headphones off.
Okay.
Both of you start seeing flashes of violence. You don't recognize faces, at least not immediately. There's blood splatter. There's things being thrown in the galley here. There's more blood. It's a cacophony. How do I want to describe this? It's kind of like a very, very, very gory action scene where you can't really make out what's happening. Like the camera's constantly moving, and you're both seeing this. When things come to a close on this, Jonathaniel, you have collapsed onto your knees and crawled over to a section of the galley. You've opened a hatch that you didn't even know was there. And you have pulled out this large wrench. It's probably like 2 feet long. And it looks like somebody has tried to wipe it clean, but there's still like blood splatter on it. And that you only see that like once you finally opened your eyes. Now, had the rolls been reversed and Clay had rolled higher than you, Clay, you would have been the one pulling this out of there.
Shouldn't have Abigail been able to hear that part?
Yeah, but the whole vision part.
But the crawling over.
Yeah.
Wait, I have questions first. I have questions before we bring in Abigail.
Sure.
Do we see each other in this vision?
In the vision?
Yeah.
Actually,
Because you know how like sometimes visions, if two people have
you know
visions,
what?
they like see each other in like the astral plane or whatever.
I know what you're talking about.
You know,
yeah.
like
I will
you know what I'm talking
say,
about.
I will say that when you are entering into this vision, whatever it is that just happened, the two of you seeing each other, that is the only clear thing about it.
Okay.
Like
What does
you can clearly see Jonathaniel or Clay. Like, you weren't sure before. Now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know.
Okay. Next question. What does Clay look like as I am seeing him? Is he also covered in blood splatter?
No.
Or
The
like
two of you are not. The two of you are not tarnished by the vision.
Okay. And then next question. Do I see where the blood is coming from? Whether it's from dogs,
Oh, it's
because
not
I care about the dogs, or humans?
This is people, and it seems like a distant past event, something that happened in this very room.
Yeah.
Okay. Lem, did you
I
have
have
any
thoughts.
questions? Yeah. Did you have any questions about this person? Okay. Okay. Were the weapons used to cause this blood splatter, were they energy based, or were they more like tools, melee, swords, things like that?
The weapon used for all of this was the wrench.
One weapon?
One weapon.
Used for all of this?
Yep.
Okay, got it. Okay, now Aurora should be able to see me crawling, right? So did you want to narrate that to her?
Abby, come back.
Abby, come back. Abby, come back. Yeah, Abby.
Abby. So Jonathaniel and Clay, their eyes roll back into the back of their head about the same time. Yeah, something's going on with the two of them. And then Jonathaniel drops to his knees, crawls over into a corner of the galley. We'll say, on the side of the galley that is furthest away from the stairs that lead into it. So on the it's the right side of the ship. I'm not a Navy guy. I don't know if it's starboard or whatever. The right side of the boat. So on the right side, furthest away from the stairs, he crawls over, hands and knees. Hey, Duff. He crawls over, hands and knees, pulls open a hatch that none of you knew was there. He just went straight to it. Open this hatch up, pulls out this 2-foot-long wrench. And it's just, it looks like it may have been tried to be cleaned up, but there's still blood splatter on the end of it. And that's about the time that Clay and Jonathaniel's simultaneous seizure stops.
So at the same time, both Clay and Jonathan are like, and like, I know Jonathaniel has like blood coming out of his nose, and everything like that, and he's like curled up on the ground. Everything has just tightened up, and he managed to have the wrench, but at this point he's dropped it on the ground, like just next to his hand.
Oh dear Lord. And I rush over to him first, and I just like try to like see if there's anything physically wrong with him at this point.
You can make a medicine check, intelligence and medical expertise. If you have any
First aid or just med?
I would say just the regular skill. I don't think first aid would really apply here. There's nothing you gotta diagnose it first.
Should they keep with their headphones off, or
for now?
Okay.
Now, yeah. So seems physically fine. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with him.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of like pat him on the shoulder if he's all right with it, and just kind of like
Breathing real heavy, but other
give
than
him
that,
a little comfort. If
Clay
nothing
pulls a
else.
gun on him.
Wait, is Clay back on his feet already?
Clay didn't fall down.
Yeah, he didn't fall down. So
okay.
he just, the second he woke up, she ran over to you and he just pulls a gun and is just standing there shakily holding it at you.
What? Did I miss something in the past 5 seconds? Put that thing away.
There's something wrong with him.
Put the pistol down, Clay, and we can talk.
How can you trust him?
Well, he's on the floor right now, so I don't think
No,
he's
with
much of a
with
threat.
a bloody wrench.
Look at it. We'll deal with that in 5 seconds, okay? And I look over and I'm like, he has a point, though.
So,
let's see how I respond to that.
Aurora, go ahead and make a
Oh, wow. My willpower bond.
Ow.
I guess I don't know, dropped it or something.
Okay, yeah. Or make a perception, alertness and perception check real quick.
All right, percepting.
Yep, we are space cow peeps, apparently, according to Duff. 7. 7's not bad. The blood is like dried and browned. It's been there for a long time. You have no idea how you would have found this.
Okay, yeah, but it's like clearly not his.
Clearly,
Clearly not recent.
It's definitely
Used.
not recent. Yeah.
Okay.
100%. This is at least a few years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I turned back to Clay, kind of putting my body in between him and the collapsed person on the floor. and I'm just like, look at that blood. You know this. How long has this been sitting here?
A long time.
Long time, exactly. So, come on. We'll make sure he's okay, and then I need to figure out what the hell just happened.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, are you okay?
Something happened that I haven't really experienced in a long time. Something I haven't experienced since I lived with my brother.
But you have experienced it before. Do you know, is it like a medical condition? Is it something, did something bring it on just now?
You know, it's the one holding the wrench. I'll go get him some water.
Jonathan Daniel has already he's sleeping now. He needs to sleep
Okay.
this off. So he is not awake or conscious for this. He is sleeping.
Okay.
Clay will leave to go get water.
Okay, I'll, in the meantime, just kind of try and prop Nate up on, so he's not
Can you
quite so
princess carry-
uncomfortable.
Can
Yes,
you
I am.
carry him to
I
his
will.
room.
You wake up and you're like, could you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, yes,
And then
Nate.
as I'm in Aurora's arms, I'm just like, my hero.
Yeah, so I'll carry him up to his quarters and gently lay him on the bed. Then I'm just gonna go back out. Hopefully, Clay's been able to find where we went.
He'll find him.
All right. Looks like he's out cold for the moment.
Should everyone come back in now, or?
Clickety clackety. I already told them.
Did you?
I did.
Clickety clackety.
Clickety
Clickety clackety.
clickety clackety.
All right, everyone back down.
Clickety clackety.
You guys back? You back? Everybody back?
Well, Joseph's not back.
Joseph's not
No,
back.
he's totally eating.
Joseph!
100% he's eating.
Oh dear.
Chowing down.
Into what he's eating too. He's like, yeah, not even looking at the screen.
There we go.
Return, sir.
You're just chilling out. You're
it's
just
good.
like, yeah.
You're just having a great old time.
Oh, that's funny. I will.
I'm glad we caught that on camera. I really am glad we caught that on camera.
Yeah. So, what did you guys do with the item in question?
I have it in my hand.
Okay.
Oh no, I was carrying him. Sure, let's say I just like carried it with him, wrench
which-
on top, something.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I'm holding on to it.
Okay. Okay. So you take him back to his quarters.
Yeah, Clay will meet up with him too.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know if any of the others would see you guys in the halls carrying John Nathaniel. Maybe the captain. If you're on the middle deck, which is where the engine room is, then Auggie might.
Auggie would like glance over, like, what the hell's going on?
For whatever reason, Aurora is carrying John Nathaniel to his crew quarters.
Aurora, everything all right?
I hope so. Would you hang on to this for me? And I hand her the wrench.
She's totally gonna freeze up getting the wrench, by the way.
And I'm like, don't worry, it's really, really old. He found it in the walls. That's not important right now. Just please keep it safe for a minute, please. Thank you. Keep on.
Yep.
Oh, Abby, describe the wrench for Karen.
Oh yes, it is a 2-foot long wrench covered in really, really old blood.
You're welcome, Karen. You're welcome, Karen.
Just
Clay
the
will
top
be
end.
like pretty shortly behind them, and also, and if he sees her still standing there, is she still standing there? He's like holding a glass of water, following behind them into the Nate's quarters, and he'll just like look over at her and kind of like, and then keep going.
She's pretty frozen, like holding this wrench. Like she's not happy having this wrench in her hands. But if no one else is saying anything, then she's just going to turn and return to her like hammock area that she set up.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we're the only ones in the hallway, so.
Yeah, it's just the four of you. Okay. Well.
So John Nathaniel would have needed like a nap, like a good like some rest to kind of just get over what happened there. So he's going to be sleeping in his quarters, I would say, for like the next maybe like hour and a half. So if you guys want to do anything in between that time, he's just going to be sleeping and recovering.
Would Clay have any idea if anybody on the ship is religious at all?
Religious?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You could ask.
Yeah, I
John
mean,
Nathaniel-
you could ask him, but
I was saying, like, in the last month that we've been together, has there been any evidence that he would have picked up from any of that?
John Nathaniel is like kind of Buddhist, right? So he wouldn't be as like devoutly, like he's not like a monk or anything like that, but he is practicing Buddhism.
Does he have any, like, herbs or anything, like incense?
Why, yes, he does.
In his room?
What do you need, Clay? Yes, he does. He has like a cabinet. No, yes, he does. He does.
Do you have sage?
Yes, he does.
He's gonna take it while you're asleep.
Fair enough.
That is all.
okay.
Okay.
Well,
Aurora can ask Clay.
I watched him take it, and I just kind of like gonna go burn that.
Yeah, there's clearly spirits in the galley.
All right, fair enough.
Auggie, Roll a perception check. This is based on hearing.
Okay, hold on a second.
So this is going to be alertness and perception. I'll say, geez, based on proximity, you need a 3.
So alertness
And perception.
Perception.
Yeah, so they hand you this wrench, and then you hear Clay talking to Aurora. It's like there's clearly spirits in the galley, and then takes the sage and runs off with it.
She's still holding on to this wrench, but she's just like kind of glancing around the corner at them like.
Well, actually, no. Clay will, when he sees her, he'd actually stop and look at her and be like, "You still need that?"
She's like, I can't talk right now, and she just wanders off.
You're taking that with you. That thing's haunted. All right.
And I yell out, "It's not haunted."
It's haunted. I guess she wants the haunted wrench, so he goes back to the galley.
It's sorry, I'm kind of trying to get with it. Yeah, no, she'll yell. It's maybe a little of both, maybe not. I don't know, but it's my wrench.
Auggie, this is definitely a bad omen.
He leaves her with the haunted wrench and goes back to the galley. Very poorly starts saging it. It looks like he has no clue what he's doing. He's just like, "Out! Your spirits and your demons! Get out!" And it's just very poorly done.
Meredith, you're on your way to check on the dogs.
Yeah.
Because they won't shut up.
Yeah.
And you find Clay in the galley with some sage going around talking about spirits.
And in the doorway, just what are you doing?
Getting the spirits out.
But that doesn't help me understand what you're doing.
All right. So some people believe that sage has a cleansing effect, and sometimes it works. I did get it from Knight's quarters, so in theory it works. If the point is, they're spirits, and I'm clearing them out to cleanse this place, so that it stops haunting us. It was haunting us.
Ah. I didn't know that.
No, well, you weren't here for the memorial service, which is probably what made them come to us, because we were thinking about the dead, and that's what made the spirits haunt us. And you're not sensitive to those sorts of things, are you?
Spirits?
Right.
Where I come from, sometimes we cleanse places, but that's just...
Oh, so you know what I'm doing then. Why did you ask?
Well, this is not exactly how we don't really run around and just sort of flick it in the air. There's more of a ritual, but...
Well then, by all means, you take the lead. I'll follow you. He hands the sage to her.
I will hand it back to Clay. But how about we find somebody that knows what they're doing and then have them cleanse it? Just to be sure.
Well, maybe someone on Whitefall will. A priest, maybe.
Great, we can find a priest, hopefully.
I can find one.
You can find one, yeah. All right, I will just make sure these dogs stay quiet. I got some inventory fixing to do. Invoicing.
All right. Well, I don't speak dog, but give him some treats, isn't it? Like, we could cut up these two and cut them into little pieces and then feed them to the dogs. That might keep them quiet for a bit. They're not
Well, if
completely bad yet. They'll be good for a bit longer.
Well, if they had a disease, maybe let's not. You know?
Fair point. Fair point.
Yeah. All
Well,
right.
we could cook them first.
Let's just not. Let's not
What about
risk it.
freeze dry them? Because there a way we could put them in the airlock and maybe.
Okay. All right. Can I just get some clarification as to what you mean by I wasn't here and then it was hunting you? Because I'm sorry, I've been stuck on that. I've been trying to have a conversation, but I'm not exactly sure what hunting us means.
No, I think you're getting confused with my accent. I said hunting. Haunting.
Oh,
Just
hunting.
screams from the
All
other
right.
side. Haunted, ghosts. Haunted.
Right. Sorry.
I love this so much.
This is. All right. We can get a priest. But let me just.
That explains a lot about why you didn't know what I was doing. You know, Sage doesn't do a whole lot for a hunter. It all makes sense now.
Yeah. I
thought you were an idiot. I mean, I knew you were an idiot, but I thought you were like a real idiot.
All right. Well, you keep saging. I will go back to my room.
Right.
I'll be back. All right.
You
I
do
will
that.
turn around and I will just go. Oh, it's out dead spirits. That's what we're dealing with tonight. All right. That's okay.
Get off, spirits.
I will. As I go back to
Wait,
my room,
Pastor.
I will knock at Jonathan's door. Can you give Clay some more sage? I kind of need him to keep busy. He
You
seems
don't
to be
hear-
having fun.
You don't hear a response from John Daniel's room when you knock on the door.
Am I still in there?
Oh, unless Aurora's still in there. I don't know.
It hasn't been that
Aurora,
long,
are
sure.
you still in there? Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I'm feeling a little worried at the moment, so I kind of like reach over and open the door. He's out right now, but there's more sage in the cupboard.
I'm sure he can get his own. What the hell happened? Because I have a man saging downstairs, and this one's not alive, not awake, and I just need to know what's going on.
Well, they both had seizures. One of them found a wrench in the wall, and now they think it's haunted.
Where's this wrench that's causing so many problems?
Miss Auggie has it.
Okay, so why would we give it to another person if they think it's haunted? Why
Well,
don't we
I
just
don't
put
think
it
it's
in a
haunted.
box? Right, but if two people think it's haunted, we don't really want that hysteria to sort of go around. And also, I just don't want him busting in on Augie's area, because he'll cause some trouble, and Auggie does not seem like the kind who takes to that. It just doesn't seem they might like that.
I think that's fair. Didn't really think about that. Want me to go grab it from her?
Well, if you are busy with Jonathaniel, I will go grab it and put it in a safe box and put some sage in there. Maybe that'll help stop whatever is happening.
Yeah, if anyone's got a cross or any holy symbols, that'd be good to put in there too.
I will take a necklace from my neck and take the cross.
Phasmophobia,
I
Firefly
guess.
edition.
What are we
Literally.
hunting? Demon? Phantom?
I'm actually here for that. That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
Can we do a one shot on Black Friday of like a haunting?
Phasmophobia?
I also, out of like my boot somewhere, I've got a tiny little yin yang symbol, and I hand that to you as well.
Aw. This is so cute.
I will go collect the wrench from Auggie.
You can try.
I'm stuffing my pockets full of sage and I just need this to not be a problem when we land on Whitefall. So I'm just kind of trying to make this issue a non. And as I leave, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna sort of whisper yell to Chenwei. I think we have a haunting. I'm not sure what that means, but I guess.
Is this like a actual haunting or just a haunting of the voices inside their head?
I'm starting to think a little bit of both. I think we're all stressed and maybe it's getting to them.
Yeah, when it comes to hunting or haunting, I mean, from experience and from what I've seen, everything has some sort of a physical attachment. There's usually a reason for most things.
Not a de-haunt something?
No, but I'll go with you to do it, yeah.
And I'm sitting in his cabin, just kind of like rolling my eyes at this conversation, like, I didn't think we were this stressed.
I'll take Chenwei on my back and go to Auggie.
Auggie is in her little space. She's in the hammock with the wrench, and you're probably not getting. She's just like hugging it, like not quite catatonic, but she's clearly like zoned out and does not notice people coming in.
I will knock before I go in.
There is no knock. She's not in a room.
It's
No,
just the
it's
engine
just like
room.
on a wall.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
On a wall.
What?
I kind of need that wrench. It's causing some problems. We got Clay losing it a little bit. So.
No, you're not getting it back.
Oh?
No.
May I ask why?
It's mine.
It's your new one. Better one.
You don't understand. This is my wrench. I haven't seen it in years.
But
What? Sorry, I'm asleep.
Yeah, my character's about to say something, and then like she said that, and he just kind of stops.
Clay doesn't hear this.
I assume I put Chenwei in his wheelchair. Once we got down the ladder.
Just threw me down the ladder onto the wheelchair again.
And yoked.
How do you have? We stole this ship. How do you have this? Why is it here?
I worked on this ship before. It just didn't look like this ship now. It's different. I thought when we came into it, it looked familiar, but so much of it's changed, and I haven't seen this wrench in a long time. Where did you find it?
I believe Aurora said we found it in a wall. Why is it covered in blood?
Yeah.
It's a long story. Maybe not for
I
right.
think we got a couple hours.
We have a few hours and it's causing issues. And
And we're gonna
honestly,
go ahead and go on break.
Have to pee.
So, we're gonna go break and
Karen, you lucked out. I want to hear that story.
when we come back, we'll find out what happens. Yeah. So about 10 minutes, and then we'll be right back.
All right, see you in a minute.
Oh, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
cleric who's setting up shop. We got a cleric paladin who's also setting up shop. We're gonna call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too. That would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
Yeah, we will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Raiders Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses. We don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted
This mountain is reserved for patrons.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white coffee material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at our snack bar, just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around
Wow.
hundreds of years into the future.
Why mess with a good thing,
Go ahead and
right?
clip that one, guys. You can send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Brother, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan is better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here, no.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, Ice cream? Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly popped, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go. It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man. Frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the Doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, da doom, doom, da doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, doom. Doomy, doomy, doomy. Doom, doom, doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown. Couched in a soft bun and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Happen. Let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Does a horse have a? Ooh, it's going for the
deception for a horse.
Yeah, a horse
I
has got
love it.
deception. So the horse goes up, and you see it. It's looking a brief second. It looks at the plant like maybe it's something even tastier, but then it sticks out his tongue and it pulls back, and then it backs up. It's got the sugar cube in its mouth, and its eyes go boing, as his eyes just go, and it starts woo, and it starts bucking, and and it just and he was looking at something in his hand, and he is standing up, and he grunts out, "Who the F are you? What are you doing here?"
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
Oh my god.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
She had red whelps, and skin was looking all grotesque and all that, and she let out a little bit of a mumbled roar, leveled the gun at everybody in the room there, and that was where we cut last week. So that was where we'll pick up the action now, unless there are any questions or anything else that the group would like to add.
I have a question.
Please ask away.
What is a mumble roar?
Mumble roar.
Settle back now, content, comfortable, well-fed, and ready for some fine entertainment. Is everybody happy? Then let's go. It's showtime.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Serenity RPG, and these are my peeps. And yeah, we missed that at the top of the session.
Yeah, I was a little bit late. So then, I did it at the beginning, but I was a little bit late, so I wanted to be on time.
Okay. So yeah, we back from break. We're gonna pick up pretty much right where we left off. I'm gonna do pretty much what I've been doing this whole session. You guys take it away.
Jay, you're muted.
So, Auggie, we got a few hours.
Good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We left off on me.
Yeah, Auggie said no, it's mine. It's a long story.
Yes.
You said we got a few hours, and that's where we left off.
Right. Got a few hours.
Well, maybe I don't want to tell all of it right now.
You know, Auggie,
James, if you're talking, you're real soft.
Okay.
Nope. Didn't hear that either.
Oh.
I heard, oh.
Yeah, I heard, oh. That was it.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
I don't know. I hope I'll just pull this closer. It's fine.
You gotta eat it.
I can't eat it because then
You gotta eat it.
will not. Stop encouraging this.
There's no encouragement. It's just how it is. It has to be that way.
All I said was just that's fair, but we need. I got one man downstairs. It's kind of losing it, so I just need. I need that wrench a little bit out of the way, and
it's out of the way. I'm out of the way.
Well, you don't have to be, right? Or part of the crew. You can just.
I know, but I just don't want you to take this wrench.
Okay, that's fair. Well, if you could, and I will pull out the sage, and I will have wrapped my. I will start wrapping my cross and the yin yang symbol. If you would mind, letting me cleanse it. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this. But if we could cleanse it, that would be nice.
Well, it needs more than sage. She indicates the blood.
Well, a good wash and some sage would be in order. You can wash
water on this ship.
This is true. Wash it in wine. But I think that's what
water.
I think I'll just hand her the sage. Can we cleanse it? I just want to tell Clay that we did something about it. And I'm not one for lying.
She kind of sighs a bit and takes the sage from her, and she's like, I'll take care of it.
Hi. The yin yang is Aurora's.
Got it.
The cross is mine. I would like that back once you're done. All right.
She's just really like tight-lipped about everything. So.
All right. Well, have a good one. Oh, I'll peek my head back in. Don't hit anyone with that. It looks heavy and bloody and something happened with it. And if I'm honest, I don't want to find another crew and another ship with Chen Wei because he's kind of hard to sell. So,
He's like sitting right next to you.
Oh, definitely. And I'm definitely going to stay in the room after the captain leaves.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm going back to my room.
After, I'm assuming, if I don't say anything, it'll probably be quiet for a couple minutes.
Oh, yeah, there's an awkward pause.
Very awkward quiet for a little while. Then, Auggie, I may have occasionally treated you like some Jew fun shit, but sometimes you've been kind of a gohn young duff to me, and I just want to know what is going on.
Honestly, I don't trust you enough to tell you. Not after what you pulled back there on Perdition.
What I pull on Perdition?
You killed all of those prisoners. They were innocent as far as I'm concerned. They just wanted on the ship. They didn't need to be shot.
So what should I have done? What if they turned out to be criminals who were there because they had murdered other people?
It doesn't matter. You could have left them. We were on the ship. All we had to do was take off. So, doesn't that make you a murderer too?
Yes. He's just kind of good odd. You have a point. And then he's just gonna kind of roll out of there, very contemplative, and he's gonna kind of look up the ladder. He's gonna go find the ladder to go back up or whatever, and he's just gonna kind of leave his wheelchair at the bottom and just kind of climb up and then crawl into the cockpit and then up into the chair and just kind of sit there for a while until he has to do stuff for the landing, just thinking pretty deeply.
Auggie is going to just probably sit down on the floor with the wrench. She's not saging it, but if anyone is within earshot, she's probably talking to someone. Like she's having a conversation with someone that's not there.
Just a one-sided conversation?
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of Jonathan's conversations. Hey guys, guys.
What is she saying?
Oh, what is she saying?
Yeah.
I didn't expect to find you like this. I'm sorry. I never thought I'd see you again. I thought you'd still be here in this ship forever and that no one would ever find you. So, reunited. And she might be at that point cleaning the blood off or attempting to.
Okay. Jonathan, you're probably the only person who, well, Aurora is still in John's room.
Yeah.
Or Nate's room, or Jonathan's room, or
Nate, just
whatever.
Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Aurora. Make an alertness perception check, but it's DC's pretty high because they're kind of far away.
Okay. Alertness.
Probably talking kind of low.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good though. You can definitely tell that Auggie is talking to someone or something. You have no idea. You can't make out everything she's saying, but you definitely catch like parts of the conversation.
Okay.
Has enough time passed? Like about an hour.
Yeah, I'll say enough time has passed where Jonathaniel will have woken up.
Okay, so he's just waking up from passing out, and he's just like, and is Aurora still there?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could have left, but okay, good. He will like get up really slowly, and he will ask Aurora. He's like, and he's like, "Where am I? What happened?"
It's okay. You're safe now. Hi.
Hi, kitty.
Yeah, and I just kind of like kind of keep you like, don't get up. It's okay. It's okay. You can rest for a second. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. I was a little worried there for a second.
No,
So.
Thanks. I'm fine. I just where's and he like looking around. He's just like, where's the wrench?
We gave it to Auggie for safekeeping. And just in case, I know Mr. Kelly was worried about some kind of supernatural haunting or something. So just in case, we're putting it with some sage and holy symbols.
And then, like, John Daniels, Nate's like, does Clay think it's spirits?
Yes, he thinks it's spirits.
Okay.
So
that's adorable. Wrong, but adorable.
Oh, thank goodness! I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, no, it's not that.
To your recollection, what happened?
I just, I don't know. I saw, it was the galley, except like not our galley. There was blood everywhere. There was chaos and madness and just blood splatters everywhere. It was like a massacre, and I don't think it was. And he looks back up. Aurora's like, I don't think it happened or will happen. I think it already has happened. And he looks up at Aurora.
And this, so some kind of flashback? Is this from your own life?
No, it's not from mine. It's like the wrench. It's whoever has the wrench.
The wrench's flashback. And I'm trying real hard not to hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
I know he's in a delicate state.
Yeah, no. Like, no, Jonathan realizes it's after Roy. He's just like, I know it sounds crazy, but it's almost like it's like a past life. And so there was like where where's what call the where's Clay?
I don't know. He went to get water at some point.
He was saging.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah.
right. Oh yeah, that's right. He took some of your sage and is saging the galley now.
And then he looks over and like the box where he has a sage is like still open. Like Clay didn't even bother to close the box. He just like took it, right? And he just like he looks at her, adorable but wrong. Just he's like, yeah, let's we have to go tell the captain.
Oh, okay. You feeling all right to walk and everything?
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. Nothing that a good cup of chamomile tea won't fix. He will get up and start trying to find the captain. When he walks out of his room, is Auggie? Oh, I guess Auggie was in the engine room, right? So I guess he'll head to the galley since that's where Clay was last seen, and on his way to the galley, does he see Auggie with the wrench?
If you peeked into her room
So,
area, yeah.
The galley is the opposite direction of the engine room. They're on the same deck. Like they're just on opposite ends of the deck. So you pop out of your room and you know, depending on which side of the hallway you turn right or left, and it's literally 2 doors down. You're in the main galley, right? And then it's pretty much the same thing for the engine room. You have to go through the utility deck, which is a separate section. It's to get to the engine room, you go through the utility deck, which is like its own separate thing. It's not finished like the rest of the ship. It's just where basically like how you get into the engine room, because of how the ship's designed. The engines just kind of way at the back, and honestly, it's a really easy target if somebody were to start shooting at you guys.
Okay. He'll go to the galley too, and he will. Where is Meredith at this point?
I believe I was going back to my room.
So back on the upper deck?
Yeah, going back to my room. I gotta deal with things now.
Okay. He will with Aurora go to the galley, and it's Clay. Are you still saging?
No, he'd be done with that by now, but he might still be in the galley looking emo or something.
Okay, got it. Okay, looking emo.
What?
Nate will come in and just scent of sage, just like it's like
It is overpowering.
Oh yeah, override. He's like, oh, okay. And
Okay. Sage it real good.
Yeah, he's just like, okay, not how it's done, but I appreciate the initiative. And he comes into the room and he says, Clay, are you all right?
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm fine.
And he will look around the galley, and he will ask Clay, where's the wrench?
Auggie wouldn't give it back. She seemed real attached to it.
And at this point, he'll ask, okay. And he will, like he'll look at Aurora. It's like, we have to find that wrench. So, I guess.
Listen,
Auggie,
before you go,
and he's like,
you know what this means. That means she was here when that happened. And as far as I'm concerned, she's the one who made it happen. You don't see how that's possibly a threat.
John Nathaniel was unconscious when Auggie said the wrench was hers, so he does not have a frame of reference. So he's just like, what do you mean?
Technically, Clay didn't hear that, but she was just like holding on to it.
Yeah.
So he's guessing that her feelings are like, this is mine. Well, when we gave it to her, she was holding on to it like it was a babe.
I mean, Auggie definitely values her tools, but like
No, she knew it. It was her wrench. You could see it in her eyes. Which means, well, you know what it means.
Yeah. At this point, as soon as Clay says, she said it was her wrench, Jonathan's eyes widen up and he looks over at Aurora with like the most concerned look. Like, you get a mixture of like fear and danger, and he's like, Aurora, get to the captain, and we need to get the captain. We need to talk to Auggie, but be careful.
And I kind of take a second, like, putting
have your
together
gun?
probably what you're putting together. I don't, but I can grab it if you think we'll need it.
Grab it.
Yeah.
All right. And I am going to hustle, not quite running, past my cabin and then also to find the captain.
Yeah. I look over at Clay, and it's like, it was her wrench, and he looks at, what they both saw, but, it's not there anymore. And it's like, she could quite possibly be the most dangerous person on the ship.
Well, I wouldn't say that. The pilot kind of opened fire into a bunch of innocent people.
But she did all this with just a wrench.
It is pretty impressive. But that's why I'm carrying my gun. And I'd recommend you get one too.
I don't use guns.
What do you use? Knives? Swords? Clubs?
Kind words and
stun
positive
guns?
thinking. Kind words and positive
chains, handcuffs.
Karate? Boxing? Kickboxing?
Nope.
Some kind of assertive and dangerous yoga?
No. Sharp wit, kind words, and positive thinking.
What the hell does that get you?
Has Aurora and Meredith come back now?
I would say Aurora's just now getting to the captain.
Okay.
All right, so I kind of like beeline it towards you, and I stop, and I have my rifle slung over my shoulder, and I'm like, so, good news is, not ghosts. Bad news is, might be Auggie.
All right. How long till we get to
Whitefall?
3 hours. All right. I will go to Chenwei. Nothing for you to worry about. Keep the ship in the air until I say so. Keep heading to Whitefall, but let's keep it in the air a little longer.
Yep.
Right. I mean, I always have my pistol. I don't know why they have a rifle. I don't really trust them to not shoot someone.
What's going on?
So, something with Auggie. Let's just. We'll think. I'll let you know what's happening. But I don't even know yet.
Please keep me in the loop. I may be able to help.
Alright. I will head down. I'm gonna not keep my hand on my gun. Because I think that this is all insane.
I think Clay and Nate would have met up with Meredith and Aurora. Like, they don't have to go all the way to the galley. You know what I mean? Like, they would have met up, like, halfway.
Yeah.
And then gone to the engine room, like, the four of them together.
I will say something you guys would have found out in the month you were on the ship. There's a comm system on the ship, but it's more like an intercom, and you turn it on, and it's just everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't pick which room or who it's going to. It's just you turn the intercom on, and everyone on the ship hears it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we meet up. And for a brief second, I'm like, Captain, I think there's something we should know about Auggie.
Okay.
The wrench, the bloodied wrench, it killed a lot of people once upon a time in the galley. And then, like, he's kind of like hoping that Meredith will put together the last piece. Like, he assumes that she already knows about the fact that Auggie says it's her wrench. So it's like, Captain, she seems very dangerous. But possibly,
hey, no offense, but most people on this ship are very dangerous, with exception of yourself. Even I don't know that yet.
But we're not having spirits coming from beyond the grave to warn us about it.
I'll be honest, I don't think those are spirits.
Well, then how do you explain it?
No, Captain. Like, there's a difference between being dangerous with a gun and massacring an entire room full of people and bloodshed everywhere with just a wrench.
If I may, what proof do we have that she did this? I mean, even if she says it's her wrench, that doesn't mean someone else couldn't have picked it up.
That may be true, but the only we would have to ask her. And, like, you, Meredith, you would now see, like, the seriousness in Nate's voice, right? And, like, he is very much afraid and definitely on high alert at when we go to meet Auggie.
All right. I will tell everyone to please keep your hand off of the guns. We don't need anyone shooting for something that might not have happened at all. And if I'm honest, I'm not exactly convinced that this happened. So,
look, I'm not convinced that it happened either. All I know is that we both were blessed with a vision of sorts. And it included a lot of violence, a lot of bloodshed. And it came from that wrench. I'm not saying that Auggie did it, but Augie's reaction was a little less than appealing. She seemed very happy to see it, blood and all.
Right. I've remember that. I'll figure it out. We'll see what's going on.
Are we going together?
Yeah. I'm purposely staying in the back.
I'm gonna make a decision here. You all can have your questions, but I would ask that you say it in the nicest way possible. Because she does deserve some respect. She got us the hell out of there. That
No
prison would have kept us.
Captain.
I understand. I understand the worry. But I do sense some hostility toward her already. You don't know what happened? You don't know half the story? You guys got visions, and that's about all we know.
Nate, why are you standing in the back?
Because he clearly doesn't have a weapon, and he looks at like all of you guys armed with like various weapons, and he's just like, safer back here?
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Let's go.
I will.
He like curses some kind of insult in Chinese that has to do with like coward under his breath.
Yeah. Oh. Meredith the entire time is just thinking, what the hell is this crew, and why is this the people they put me with? I should have just taken the prisoners. That would have been more helpful. Less of a headache.
Everyone's wondering the same thing.
Yeah. I will just wait here as soon as we get close to the their door. Just wait here, please. I can't with any of you. No. I will knock on Auggie's door again.
Clay's going to keep insisting that he's like in the front with a gun.
I mean, you could come with, but a word comes out of your mouth is not gonna be a fun time, Fred.
Okay, so just to clarify, who's at the front of this group? Who all is here? So the captain, Clay?
Clay.
If it's
and then
okay.
I guess, well, whatever Aurora says.
Sorry, if I was just gonna say, if it's okay, can I be somewhere near Clay and Nate so as to kind of provide a buffer if it happens?
I think that's the marching order. I think it's Captain, Clay, you, and Nate.
All right.
Yeah, Nate is definitely in the back because, yeah, he's from what he's seen and what he's found out about the wrench. Yeah, it's probably gonna be safer in the back. But he wants to know what's going on too. So
Clay full on has the gun out though.
Yeah.
He's not pointing it, but he has it in his hand.
Aurora, do you have the gun like readied?
No, it's slung on my back.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So she would be seated on the ground, probably with some heavy duty cleaners, and has been cleaning the wrench for some time, but it's almost half-hearted, like she's too scared to do it. She's obviously emotional, but like she sees you guys and she's like trying to tamp everything back down, like, okay, well, I suppose you guys have questions.
First of which being, get away from the tools.
Sorry?
It's more of an order. Get away from the tools.
No, this is my cross to bear, and you do deserve answers. Just give me, like, she's not getting up. She's not even defensive. It's more along the lines of just overcome with old memories that have come up. She's obviously been crying. She's like, it was self-defense.
Right?
I had an ex, and he wasn't the nicest person in the world. And she turns her head, and she has a scar here, and she's like, he did this to me, and I did this to him. And she points to the wrench.
Right.
Can I roll a perception thing?
Yeah.
Or do I even need to?
So the insight in this system is based on perception. So it would be willpower and perception, intuition if you have it.
Empathy?
I did not do a good job.
That's
Also
better than you think.
Also, I would, Josh, I would also like to roll a recall check. The blood that Clay and I saw, I know you were describing it, and I guess this was my misinterpretation of it. Was it like a lot of blood from multiple people, or like the amount of blood from only a singular person? And I think that's where I got the...
You couldn't tell.
Okay, got it.
I think it was just all a big like blur of violence. That's why like
right. Yeah.
you don't
So
really
that's-
know.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah. Nate was under the impression that it was like multiple people, like
Oh, no, we
came
know.
into yeah. Okay.
But that's fair. I mean, like you don't know. It's if it's. I think a lot of the vision is emotional, right? So like, it felt like that regardless.
Okay. So sorry. Continue, Karen. Or we got our results. Clay, really? Clay, really? 5?
We got the same thing. I'm just
okay. Clay, you need to stop copying me.
Okay,
I
so
went first.
so Meredith.
Right.
Meredith,
Yes.
you get a sense that she is telling the truth.
Okay.
The other two, you're not sure she's lying, but you don't know if she's given you all the details.
Right.
Meredith, you're fairly confident right now. She's putting it all out there.
Okay. Well,
she's holding.
Fair enough.
Wait, hold on. I get a +4 attribute for discerning truth from lying. I didn't roll that.
Oh, well, go ahead.
And I think so does
Jonathan.
Yeah.
I think if it's the
Unless you did it already.
if it's the asset I'm thinking about, then
It is.
yeah, you would. Yeah, that would apply here.
So I was like, wait, I know I have something for this. The 6, 8, 10. Or is
What are you
Dan,
going
is
from?
yours a +2 or a +4? Because they vary.
Right. So wouldn't it be a D6 to a D8, D10, D12, D12 plus D2, right?
Yeah. For me, yeah.
Okay, that's for me too. I have a D6 in perception, so.
Well, it's your alertness. It's your attribute, not your skill.
Oh,
it's very specific.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Got
but the
it.
question is,
So-
I'm asking is your asset a major or a?
It's a major.
Okay, then yeah.
Okay, so my alertness goes from a D8 to a D10, D12, D12 plus D2, D12 plus D4, right?
Hmm?
Okay, let me roll that.
Yeah, so you guys would be different. How did you get the D12 before? Oh, willpower.
Oh, did I do it wrong again?
Yeah, it's because it's based on willpower.
Okay, here we go.
No, that's right for me. At 6 plus D2 plus yeah. I still rolled badly with the ones.
Okay. Did I do that right?
What it's okay, yeah. So
Oh, because mine was it's a D6 and it goes up to a D12 plus a D4, right? For me.
Yeah.
And then I only have perception, which is only at Oh, my perception's at a D.
Okay.
No, if your alertness is a
It's not
D6,
alertness, it's willpower.
It's willpower.
Oh, if your willpower is a wait,
Yeah.
I thought we said alertness.
It's
No.
Willpower.
for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So then D12 plus D2, D12 plus D4.
You made the
D12
DC
plus-
already.
DC. Okay. Well, then I'll just keep it as it is.
Okay, so as is, Nate and Meredith, you guys are confident that she is telling you the truth. She's not trying to hide anything. Clay, same as last time. Like you know she's being truthful, but you're not sure if she's hiding anything. If there's more details, she's just not letting you know if she's holding back, anything like that. But you know she's being truthful about what she's said so far.
Well, I have no reason to not believe you. You seem to have put everyone on high alert.
Well, obviously, I didn't think I'd ever see this thing again.
Well, you have. And I'm real sorry that happened to you.
It's about this time that Chinwei comes crawling down the hallway and kind of creeps by Jonathaniel, who is at the back of the order, right?
You hear a lot.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I am quite scary.
Oh god! Oh god!
I'm gonna try to find somewhere I can kind of sit up against.
I was like, let me. I'm sorry. I was like, let me help you. Let me help you.
Thank you. What's going on here? Is it a witch hunt?
A misunderstanding.
The Auggie had an ex, and not a very good ex, and he will let Auggie tell the rest of it. Just getting started.
I mean, we've gotten. She seem emotional and kind of out of it still. All right, I will tell everyone. We need to get the hell out now.
No, whatever. Clay leaves.
So this weapon is something that was used by her ex.
No.
It was used by her.
So what's the concern here?
Oh, she bashed his bloody brains in.
Me and Auggie had a talk a little while ago. And if you guys, from the vibe I'm getting in this room, gonna be this way about her, I'd ask you to remember that I shot 5 men without talking first, just recently. And that's not to mention the secret I may have let out when we were being tortured. I was on a planet. I was stuck there, not by my own choice. I killed many men. Not just browncoats. I killed many of those I served with. In order not to die myself.
I will address the group. We
So
all got
you will-
secrets. We need to respect that. And if something comes up, something that we're here together now. You can leave at any moment. That's your choice. Not gonna stop you, but if you're on this ship with this crew, you gotta trust each other because that's kind of all we got. We're
And
delivering dogs.
That's kind
That's
of
where
what
we're
I
at
wanted
right
to
now.
get to was you guys have, as much as I have been myself, trusted me, at least with piloting the ship and flying you guys safely. And I have, from what we know so far, definitely have done more terrible things than Auggie. So if you need to have someone to get angry at, it's gonna be me. I'm done. I don't like talking anymore. I'm gonna go back to my spot. I just wanted to say that, just in case anything got out of hand.
And valiantly army crawled away.
Yep, exactly.
We're
Just-
like,
We put the chair down here so you can use it.
Captain?
Yeah.
There's a little bit more.
All right.
This ship is severely changed from the last time I saw it. It was a science vessel beforehand, and everything's been stripped out.
Okay.
There's a panel in the middle of mid-deck. It wasn't there before. I don't know what they were doing with it beforehand other than maybe some terraforming, normal terraforming, but they used to keep really valuable scientific equipment down there. I've been trying to get at it, but they've welded it pretty well shut, so.
Right. Something we can work with. What do you need to get it at?
I don't think so. Not now, but there's more to the history of the ship than meets the eye.
More than meets the
eye. Well, we're gonna find it. But right now, I need everyone to not be so, argumentative with one another. So confrontational. So.
Nobody's taken my wrench though, right?
No, you can keep it. It's kind of sticky. You wet it and now it's kind of sticky and stinks. So you can have it.
It doesn't smell.
A little smelly in here.
I think that's the dog's, Captain.
Yeah, it's either that or my wound. I thought it was pussing earlier. Not quite sure.
Oh, if your wound is giving you trouble, Captain, let's take. It's probably time we should take a look at those. Think about it.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I say to the crew is we got secrets, and once they start coming up, you gotta start trusting us. Start trusting each other, because kind of all we have. All I have. Well, I'm gonna go find some of that hardtack we got. I'm hungry again. Anyone want any? I look at Auggie. See? But I just leave again. Because I still haven't gotten to the invoice that I started to go to at the beginning of the session.
Point of order. You don't have any hardtack left. You have protein bars and like 4 cans of mystery soup left. You are so very, very low on food.
Running dry.
Yeah. You have 5 days of fuel left. You have no idea how you're going to pay to refuel once you get onto Whitefall.
Yeah, we got problems.
Because the job's already been paid for. So you got to do something when you get there, right?
So we're pretty close now, right?
Yeah, you're getting real close. Speaking of which, Shenwei, you see a planet. Yeah, right. So,
all right.
Whitefall is it's pretty much Canada in space.
So they're all gonna be really nice here.
Maple syrup.
Well, it
Blame
looks
Canada.
It just looks like Canada, right? Every science fiction place is Canada. Just pine trees, valleys, mountains.
He's
That's
not
really
wrong.
it.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as I see it, I'll just be like, "Wu Shin Wu Da Yanjing," and then I'm gonna go on the intercom and be like, "Planet in sight." And that's it.
Okay, so
switch off the comm.
You who are in the pilot's chair, I need some rolls from you because you all, this is a black market run. You're smuggling these dogs, so you know that you need to not be noticed when you're landing. That involves a few things. every planet, just about every planet, has a set of satellites around it to alert ground authorities that there is a vessel coming in. Now, planets on the rim, like, well, I say planet. Whitefall is a moon, I'm pretty sure. The third moon, I don't remember. I remember it's the third moon. Just go with me on this. I think it...
I have it. Fourth moon of Athens.
Okay.
Of the Georgia
Athens.
system.
Athens.
I got you, boo.
Thank you. So, Whitefall, fourth moon of Athens. Even though it is on the rim, it does have some satellites around. So I need the pilot in order to avoid the satellites, or the you're trying to avoid detection, essentially. If you want to slip through here, I need you to make... That's going to be a not alertness, agility, and your mid-bulk transport skill. If you are, I think, let me check your sheet real quick.
Can I give him a plot point?
Want to give him a plot point? You get a plot point.
Alertness. Alertness?
Agility.
Agility.
Yeah.
Well,
so your agility goes to, it gets +1 step bonus, so it goes to a D12 for this, and then plus your mid-bulk transport. So you should be rolling 2d12 for this roll. Yep. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good roll.
It's not too shabby.
Oh man. Okay, I need to check something real quick. Let's see here. That is okay. So this is what happens as you are why did that show up with Augie's?
I know
that's weird. Yeah, that's like Augie's profile, but my name.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, no, my bad. I was attempting to reply, and I don't know how to reply in Fantasy Grounds.
So
nobody
Karen,
saw that.
Karen, if you right-click on my character's portrait at the top.
Portrait's at the top.
Yeah, there's a thing for a whisper, and then you can.
All right, Mr. Pilot Man.
All right.
You are very good at what you do. You notice that there are some salvage lighters picking the bones of a cruiser that's kind of drifting around the moon. It's like in a dead orbit around the moon here, and these ships are salvaging it and then taking what they find back down, right? They're doing some sort of salvage operation, and you slip in behind one of these ships as it's going down, and you are able to get through the net undetected.
Sweet.
Oh, point of order. Because we finished a ghostly scene, you all get 2 plot points.
3.
The people involved in that?
Everybody. Everybody was involved. Are you kidding me?
I think we all were involved.
Yeah. Everyone was involved in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, you got an extraordinary success on that because you beat the difficulty by 7 or more. So that is why you were able to do such a good job getting down undetected. Kitty. Yeah. So you were given the coordinates of the ranch. And you are able to, without detection, put the ship down next to a river. There's a clearing. You've got a river on one side of you. There's a tree line on the other. You're somewhat, you're on the ranch. The ranch itself is, a couple hundred acres. So you're on it. You're just not sure. You remember seeing the ranch itself, the house, a little ways through the woods there, but there's enough space here. You could set up the corral for the dogs just to keep them from running off. So, yeah.
All right.
What do you guys do? You have landed on Whitefall.
Better than falling on Whiteland.
Sure.
I mean, he's right. He's right. Just.
Yep.
He's right. He just needs to stop.
Yes.
Do I know if they're gonna come? I mean, we can set up the crowd. Let's start doing that.
Okay. It doesn't take you guys long. You get everything set up, get the fences set up. The dogs, you were given collars for them. So each dog's got a collar and a leash, but like there's almost 100 dogs here, so.
And this is only almost.
Almost.
Are they braided, or are we just handing them off leashed?
Well, so you've got a corral set up where you've landed. In the ship itself, they were crated, yeah. But like
Okay,
you
so
had
now
to
it's
like
just-
take them on walks in the ship itself, so you had leashes for each of them.
So it's just a herd of hounds.
Yeah.
Of hounds.
Hound herd.
We have boopable noses.
All of them, except for Jonathaniel, they will bite him.
Well, I mean, if
Actually,
they pay him enough, he'll let it happen.
I mean, she's not wrong. But anyways,
I assume we have to wait for them.
Yeah. So it doesn't take
Can I
too.
hear you,
What?
Abby?
Oh no.
How about now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okie doke. I was just gonna say, so up till this point, like all this setting up, I will not leave the ship. Like I'm doing everything I can. Like, oh, we need something from upstairs. I'll grab it.
Okay.
Do I notice this?
You can
This
try
thing?
to notice this.
How
Anybody
do I
who
notice
it would be probably willpower and intuition.
Great. I can do those.
Yeah.
No, how do I make these?
with just a D12.
I hate my life.
Aurora, are you trying to hide the fact that you're not wanting to leave the ship, or are you just going about things?
No, I'm not really trying to hide.
Okay. Well, anybody who's rolled so far has noticed something's going on with Aurora.
We just had this talk, guys.
Yep.
We just had the pep talk. We gotta. All right.
Clay also notices.
So everyone simultaneously is just like.
I would say whoever had the higher rolls would notice first, and then
Gotcha.
minutes later, as the rolls get lower and lower, it's like there's something going on.
I wouldn't think it's like all at once. It was more like as we're setting up, right?
That's what I said.
Aurora's just like, no, I will go. And like the first time she did it, right? Like Auggie noticed. The second time she was like, oh, I need to go get some, like, I can do that, and like refused to get off the ship. Like Jonathan noticed. Then it was Meredith. Then it was, like the more she, and so we all kind of like noticed it at different times as she's kind of going back and forth and refusing to not get off the ship.
So
pretty much.
So Auggie, number one, Augie's got the wrench strapped to her like thigh at this point. Like she's jerry-rigged some setup on her coveralls to keep it with her. But she's definitely gonna like point to Aurora and like look at the other shipmates like, you?
Yeah. He's just like, yeah. And he'll do one of those things where it's just like, as Aurora's like bringing a crate down or something like that, right? He's just like, oh, Michael, hey, let me help you with that. By the way, are you okay? Is everything okay?
No. And I keep walking.
Yeah. It's just, and like he'll follow you because like that's what he does.
Of course.
Of course, obviously. It's just like, because like if you want to talk about it, we can, you can talk about it.
I appreciate that. Let's just get this done so we can get out of here, please.
What happened on Whitefall?
I used to live here. And I kind of like try to maneuver away from him.
Oh, wait, so you have family here? Do you want me to call them? Like we can make sure, I'm sure the captain will let us stop by and meet your family.
Don't think they want to see me. And I like try to take a sharp turn this way.
Yeah, you do.
I look back at Jonathaniel like, you are the densest man I have ever met in my life. I have had,
and like walk, and then like as Meredith and Aurora walk away, but he's like, what?
I'll look at Aurora. Staying on the ship?
Yeah, if I can.
Alright. Well,
are we near? We're just out in a field, right? I would ask. Okay, I would ask either Aurora, the captain, or Chenwei. Is there a settlement close by? Because Captain, I would like to go into town and buy some supplies, or we need to get some supplies.
With what money?
Yeah.
We're all stint broke.
Well.
Hold on. You're saying you have something enough to tell us?
No, but like.
We've all been starving, eating nothing but.
I don't have money. I don't have money, Clay. I'm just saying I could get some money.
He's gonna apply his trade.
And he's just like, there it is. There it is.
Do I know if there's any settlements around?
Around here?
Yeah. And I would have asked Aurora, Meredith, or Chenwei.
Settlement's a strong word.
Yeah, there might be like two houses somewhat near each other.
Yeah.
Two houses and a windmill.
Aurora, you would know there is a general store, because without that kind of thing, like places like this just kind of fall apart. So there's general store. You would know that the moon does have a sheriff mayor person who goes by the name of Patience.
Oh, Patience.
Real nice woman.
Yeah.
She's a misnomer.
The greatest.
Super nice. You would know. There's really not a lot here.
Yeah.
Most of the people who are here are either smuggling stuff in to sell or working for Patience.
So Chinwei would have expressed interest if Jonathan had talked to him about whatever in trying to get something at a general store.
Like, yeah, we should. Do we have like a land vehicle on the ship that we can use to go to said general store?
Wheelchair.
Yeah, actually, one of the hovercraft that you guys had driven, like up into, oh no, it wasn't you. So the battle that ensued, like in the docking area between the crew of the ship and Rejovich's men. One of the explosions you heard was on one of those hovercraft. I would say and it was in the ship. I would say during that time, the one that was not as damaged, Auggie was able to repair. So you do have a hovercraft, but it's more like a forklift kind of a thing. But you do have something. But it's a hovercraft, so like it can still move fairly okay.
Right. I'll look at Chenwei like, should we like imagine hover forklift? Like, is that good enough to get us to the nearest general store? You think? Or should we take the ship and just get closer?
Well, the hover forklift, it's got forks on the front that don't go up and down because it's a hovercraft. It itself goes up and down. So it's just two forks on the front. You can just lower the ship down, scoop in under what you need, and then lift up. So it's the weight is the ship itself.
Right, but she's more just wondering about speed because she's not sure if it will go fast enough. Like, would it just be faster for us to just do the deal?
About as fast as a horse.
Okay, so it's up to Chenwei.
Yeah.
If you wanna, you're probably the one that can drive this thing. So actually, also, Captain, can we go to the general store and get some stuff?
What? With what money?
Oh, you know.
Got it. Yeah, go ahead. Just don't be late. I will leave you here.
It's about this time that 3 horses come out of the wood line.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
3 horses come out of the wood line. There's 2 men on horses flanking the guy in the middle. The guy in the middle's got a patch. They're all wearing like pretty standard I'm a cowboy kind of outfits. They've got rifles on one side of the horse. All 3 of them have pistols on either side of them. They are strapped. Yeah, so they kind of approach the corral where you've got all the dogs, and they're kind of looking over and talking to each other under their breath. They haven't approached any of you yet, but they're just looking from on top of the horses. They're still sitting on them. It's pretty clear by the way they ride that each of them knows how to ride very well.
Okay.
And everyone sees this, right? Like, all of us see
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. And they don't seem too concerned about really any of you yet. They're just looking at the dogs.
Okay. As always, hand on holster. Is it morning or night?
I will say it is about midday.
Well then. Good afternoon.
The guy in the middle with the patch on his eye kind of leans down. You Quinn?
They call me?
Eagle-Eye.
Ah. Hello.
This one, not the other one. He points to the one with the patch.
Well, and I guess I will address that one. We're here on delivery.
I see that. We,
Pardon?
You might want to mention the thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I had a little note. I take out a note. I'll just let him keep talking before he.
You're a couple short. Deal was for 100.
I take out the paper and I hand it to him. Well, it seems that they got a bit ill on the trip here. They were not vaccinated and they had some issues. Just 2.
That you know of.
No, it should just be 2.
You walk them every day?
Every day.
Every day?
Of course.
Water them every day?
Clay is just sitting there, like, aggressively petting a dog that he really likes.
Kind of glances off at you with, like, side eye. He's one good eye. Well, you see, we have a slight problem.
Oh?
We already paid for 100 dogs. There's only 98 here.
Well, that is something you have to take up with the curator. You should have been the one giving them their vaccinations. Wouldn't have happened.
He kind of looks around. Breeder's not here. You are.
Well,
responsibility falls to you.
Wait a second. Why does it fall to us? What did we do?
You're the one delivering.
Yeah, we just delivered.
Right. We got paid for delivering.
Hey, Clay, where are those 2 dogs?
They're in the galley.
Augie's gonna go grab the 2 dog bodies and bring them back.
There's a beautiful shrine to...
Auggie doesn't care. Having bodies in the back.
The bags.
Okay.
And she'll
it's gonna
take
you. It'll take you a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So responsibility falls to you, the captain of the ship that the dogs were on.
We didn't take out insurance.
Don't you?
We're getting paid for transport, no.
Look, I'm sure we can come to some sort of... If I talk to them, maybe he can give you the name of the breeder, and you can take it up with him. We were just paid to bring them here. All their health and wellness falls on the breeder.
How many jobs have you done for him?
How many jobs have we done for him?
Just one. This is the first one.
I will stay quiet then.
He kind of...
Why do you care?
Because he's going to be just as upset as I am.
Sounds like we need to go get this breeder then. How much you want to pay us to do that?
It's funny.
I mean, it's true. I'm looking for work. Maybe I could help you out.
Question. Can I make a check on them to see if any of them are reaching for their weapons, getting a little bit aggressive?
They're not.
Okay.
They're business people.
I just saw the message from Josh. He's like saying it while being mobbed.
Mobbed by
Still, like,
hunting
licking
dogs.
his face.
Yes.
He's like, oh, I can do it for you.
We don't assure the quality of the product. We simply deliver it. That's, again, on the breeder, on Percival.
Don't assure the quality.
We picked it up. we did everything that we were instructed to do. 2 of them died. Ain't nothing we can do about that.
Perhaps they'd given us something to vaccinate them with.
I would say it's about now that Auggie is able to come back with the 2 corpseified pups.
She's carrying them as respectfully as she can, but she comes up to the buyer and she's like, "Here, 99, 100.
Wanted 100 dogs, we got you 100 dogs.
There's no need to be cheeky about it. I think these men mean business.
I'm not being cheeky. He wanted 100 dogs. He never said alive.
That's being pretty cheeky.
I guess.
That's my girl, Karen. That's my girl. I was thinking the same thing. I'm not part of this deal, but I was thinking the exact same thing.
Clay has done work with so many bad people. He's like,
hey, only one of us is a smuggler.
He kind of looks.
But all of us are smugglers.
He kind of looks back to the 2 behind him. Check the rest. Plan on staying long?
Well, that depends if we can find another job soon.
At this point, Chinwei's going to be like, "Is there something you want? Other than this whole situation?"
He kind of looks down at his dead dogs.
If you want one of my legs for reparations, I can give you one of those.
I think I'll pass. With thanks.
Yeah, nobody wants one of those. They don't even work.
That's right.
Clay says lovingly.
It's gonna mutter a couple
Too late, Clay, too late.
No. As these have already been paid for, I suppose we'll just take possession.
Well, I'm sorry, friend. These tend to be the way of business in the verse. You cannot ever, you can't really plan for everything.
This is the first time we've had someone arrive with dead dogs.
Well, you've been lucky then. The verse is not that kind to many. And I'm just going to turn around and just go back and just chill.
At this point, the 2 henchmen, we'll call them, that he was with, are looping a rope through the leashes that are on the dogs, and then tying one end of the rope to the horse saddles to kind of guide the dogs away.
Clay will help if he's allowed.
Yeah, they don't stop you. There are quite a few.
He's patting
I just
them
want
off.
to say, those are the most bomb-proof horses ever. If they're letting their dogs be tied to them.
Just so many dogs.
They're used to it.
Yeah.
Okay, they got dogs all the time.
Bye, Fido. Bye, Jerry. Bye, Mark.
John Nathaniel
has 100% named all the dogs. He's like, bye, Jerry.
John Nathaniel
is also on the ship.
Yeah. Oh, you're on the ship, or
I'm on the ship. I am not part of this deal because
were you outside when they arrived and then went back in, or
no? He was getting the hover forklift ready to go into town, but that's when they arrived. So like Chenwei and him were like looking at the forklift and was like, should we go in this thing, right? And we were talking about, and that's when they arrived. So he was on the ship in the cargo bay already, and then he has never left for them to see me. So
I went outside to figure out what was going on.
yeah, Chenwei went outside, but he just stayed on the ship and was like waiting and probably hanging out with Aurora, being nosy again. I don't know. So Aurora, tell me. No, just kidding.
Okay. He doesn't take the dead dogs. He just kind of leaves them there on the ground. Yeah. So I'll work something out with Percival, but I wouldn't press your luck with him.
Thank you for the heads up.
Also, if you can, steer clear of Patience.
Oh?
Yeah, she runs this moon.
I assume her name is not well suited to her.
No. At first, maybe. But when she runs out of it, no.
Understood.
Mean old bag. If you're looking for work, there's a few places in town. Just ask around.
All right.
But you're probably going to want to go about 20 miles east of here. You can follow the river. It'll take you there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How about your cargo?
He kind of looks down at the dogs again. Yep. Gets back on his horse. Rides off.
He'll get his shovel and bury them.
Auggie will the lab.
Do you have a shovel?
Huh?
If you have a shovel. It's kind of hard to
wrench.
It's kind of hard to dig without a shovel, but if you have a shovel, you're more than welcome to.
Jonathan is making a bouquet.
Meredith will visibly sort of shake off this sort of personality and get a little more comfortable and then walk onto the ship.
Okay.
Is Auggie hanging around while he buries? Okay.
How'd it go, Captain?
Well, it seems we need to steer clear of Patience, the sheriff around here. And if we need work, we should just ask about town. 20 miles east of here. Follow the river. We should be hitting something.
Okay. So, yeah. How much did we get?
We already got paid.
We already got paid.
Oh, okay.
And it went against your debt.
So we got
You got nothing.
Okay. Well, Jonathan starts limbering up. It's like, okay. He's like, no.
I am having internet issues.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I see
Oh, yeah, you're
pictures
frozen.
frozen. Yeah, your
Well,
picture's frozen.
Now would be a good time to pause our story if you would like. We don't have to always go to 1 a.m. But now would be a good spot to stop if you guys want to. We can push on if you want, but we don't have to. But here is
Clay might say a thing or two to Auggie, but
yeah, if you guys still want to do like role play stuff, that's fine.
I'm good. If my computer craps out again, I'm real sorry.
You're fine.
I'm good to roleplay for a little bit longer.
Okay. Go for it. You guys
So y'all are digging graves.
digging holes.
well, yeah. So while he's digging, which by the way, he looks really, really efficient at. Like,
oh right, I forgot.
Man, this is fast. Like this guy can dig a hole really fast. Which anybody who's dug holes, that's hard work. That's why they had made a whole book about it, actually. The deep hole. So he'll look over at Auggie, or it doesn't really look, but he just, if she's hanging around, he's digging quickly. Look, I'm sorry about earlier. You understand why we had to do that, right?
Look, I get it. I just, it's not a part of my past that I really want to delve back into much.
Oh, we don't need to know business.
Appreciate it. But thank you.
No, I just wanted to make sure you know there was no hard feelings, no, nothing personal, in the sense that it was like I had anything against you as a person. Simply that, given the situation, it didn't look very good.
No, it wasn't a good situation, and of course it didn't look very good. It's a bloody fracking wrench. But what caused you guys to go off like that? It was just finding it?
No, it's hard to explain.
I'm listening.
Well, I suppose I could say that my whole life I've had some sort of way of knowing things. You know, it always seemed like the world was trying to give me a message, something that nobody else ever knew, nobody else could tell but me and my brother. That is, the two of us both had that kind of a sixth sense, you might say. We always just figured it was spirits or something communicating with us. And it made sense given the circumstances that it looked like someone enjoyed it. And everywhere with two dead dogs. Sort of opens you up to that kind of thing. So I just assumed it was some sort of unrest coming back, and there you were.
So it's definitely more than intuition. Well, if I'm being straight with you, then I'm being straight with you. It was only just him.
I don't know that now. I understand your reasoning. I can tell it bothers you, but if it means anything, he's gone. There ain't no reason to feel bad about it anymore. Let it linger. Let ghosts be dead.
She's just very thoughtful at this and nods. I suppose so. I thought I had let it go, but you're right. Yeah, you're right. I should just move on.
Is that why you hid it in the panel?
Yeah, I didn't know what else to do with it. It didn't feel right. Just leaving it somewhere in particular that I worked on the ship enough that I knew it inside and out, so felt like the best place for it to be.
Were you alone when it happened? Did anybody else in the crew find out?
I had to make my case that it was self-defense. And not everyone is as kind as the crew here.
Is that why you left?
Yeah.
Or was it more of an escape?
She kind of smirks just a little bit. She's like, maybe a little both.
I see. Seems like that was some time ago, though, so had nothing to do with you getting picked up for that prison detail, huh?
No. Oddly enough, that was just a wrong place, wrong time.
Well, you seem like a good lass, so no hard feelings.
Gotcha.
Should let you know that, suppose that anything like this come up again, you have a friend in me. Just don't go trying anything. I don't know.
You got a friend in me.
Oh, of course you care.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on Josh's face.
I'm technically wearing a cowboy hat. You should know that.
And the duster, right?
Yeah.
And a duster, yeah.
And the duster, yeah. So this will be probably the first time you've seen Auggie crack a smile. So.
Aw. About this time, the hole's been dug, and he'll pick up a dog and kind of indicate that she could pick up a dog.
She's got Amber. He's got Spot.
Well, with these dogs, we bury our hostility, our mistakes and errors of judgment, and our debts. Have no more of those, huh?
Hopefully.
He chunks his dog into the hole. He'll take out a little canteen or something and dribble a little bit of water on it or something. Not really what.
Huh?
I think this is best dog eulogy I've ever been to. It's the
We
only.
didn't come to Nate's. That was something.
I'm sure it was.
And he starts filling in the hole.
While this is going on, right? Where's Aurora on the ship?
Yes. You're not
You're muted.
coming through.
Yeah. I think you accidentally muted yourself.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently I am just pacing the cargo space. Like, now that there are no dog cages or anything, I'm just like pacing back and forth at unnecessary speeds.
Okay.
There's smoke on her feet.
Yeah, exactly. So Jonathaniel will say like, hey, I'm to kind of like stop Aurora from pacing. So it's like, hey, listen, I know you don't want to get into it right now. You know, Whitefall probably doesn't bring a lot of happy memories to you, but this, if you have family here on the moon that you don't want to see, that is your business. If you ever want to talk about it, you come to my door is always open. Just know that without really knowing what happened, I just want to say that your family is not always defined by your genes. it's can be something that you choose. And he'll crack a smile, and then he'll like walk away in like this cool like fashion, but then like step in dog shit. It's just like, that's unfortunate. And then like like it was supposed to be a cool moment. It was not.
Nice. Yeah, Aurora just kind of listens quietly. She, like, now that you've stopped her pacing, her like fingers have started drumming on her thigh, just kind of nervously. She listens, and as you walk away, she nods silently and just thanks. And then she peels off in the opposite direction.
Alrighty. Well, this is a perfect moment to pause our story. Thanks, guys. That was fun. I didn't do shit.
You didn't. Hey, you're fired.
You don't need me. Come on here and tell your own story.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. So, we will be back on the channel tomorrow night on the Twitch channel. We'll be playing in Greyhawk. So go check them out. If you want to see the schedule, you can go to praetorsrejects.com. The schedule is on there. All of our information is in the doobly-doo down there. Check it out. Everything's down there. Yeah. Anything you guys want to say before we close for the night?
I don't get the title.
What?
I don't think we got that far.
You didn't get that far. There was a lot more roleplay than I was expecting, but that's not a bad thing. Yeah. So this is Ghosts of a Rebellion, Part 1.
Yeah.
We need therapy.
There will be a Part 2, and at the rate you guys are going, possibly a Part 3 or 4.
Let's go.
Do any of those involve a therapy session? Because we need it
It's a long chapter.
desperately.
Yeah, it's a long chapter this time. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
We'll
when
see.
we get into like the plot, man, like we go.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
this
No,
might
you're
go
right.
fast.
You're right. No,
I think it's
fine.
really funny that like we speed through the plot to get to more roleplay. okay, the plot. Like get out of the prison, but like okay, now we're here. Let's talk.
It's like, Josh, we appreciate your work, but we're not going to pay attention to any of it.
Like I don't care about all that stuff. How much downtime do we have? Let's milk it for all it's worth.
In reality, the plot is actually the disposition. You guys role playing is the main point of the game. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mentioned early on that there's a lot of role play in this system, and it's why I love this system. It
so
really enables so much interaction, and it's enabled, by awesome DM that really encourages it and stands back and creates so much flavor and color in the universe. And it's also enabled by players who are all happy to put on that role play hat and engage in sometimes very dramatic things. I thought everyone was awesome tonight.
The drama.
Wow.
Intrigue.
Surprise.
Twist.
Tune in next week.
Yeah. Will Clay ever stop pulling a gun on John Nathaniel? Tune in next time.
No.
The
Yeah,
answer's
you don't have to tune in next
no.
time. The answer is no.
And with that,
will Chenwei ever return to
we will not see you next week. We'll see you the week after. We're not playing next week because Thanksgiving and stuff. So
I'm so getting into all this.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm finally on that roll.
It's so good.
We can roll play in the chat. It's fine.
we will be resuming. We'll be resuming on the 4th. Nope, the 3rd. Sorry, it is technically we end on Saturday. So yeah, we'll be resuming the stream on the 3rd. We'll play again on the 10th and the 17th, and then holidays in December really wreck our schedule. the 24th and the 31st, we will not be playing.
What? Why? I don't understand.
I don't understand.
What possible reason could there be?
I don't know. I live alone, so I don't celebrate those things anymore.
Oh. Well, I'll be around.
Wait, you live in California. Wait, you live in California. Jay and I will come visit you.
Oh yeah.
So, like, yeah. Wait, yeah. I'm gonna bring you dumplings. It's gonna be a feast.
Wave goodbye, everybody.
I might have to fly out there.
You guys aren't invited to our
Bye.
Christmas. You guys are definitely go away.
I want to go.
That's not big enough.
I'll come to.
No, that's not big enough either.